3-year letterman and a Grossa candidate. He approaches, and we're underway with this big football game. The kick goes to J.T. Thatcher at the 2. He's at the 5, then cuts back to us up to the 10. He's at the 15, runs into his own player at the 18, and tackled very hard at the 20-yard line. So Josh Buell on the tackle. J.T. Thatcher did a good job returning it. The Sooners have the ball at their own 20 or just shy of the 20-yard line.
The J.T. cut back to his left, and it looked promising there, and then he began to sort of juke. And typically, Bob, when you run back at kickoff, you need to make up ground. You need to close the distance between you and the covering unit as fast as you can, and then hope for a seam. Those guys that pick their way a little bit sometimes have difficulty, and he started that just a little bit.
They're calling it at the 19. Shotgun. Heupel back to pass. Caught by Griffin at the 18 to the 20, 25, 30. First down at the 31-yard line. That was a swing pass to the right side. And Quentin Griffin out of the backfield makes the catch. He was wide open on the far side and brought down after by Gerard Cooper, the cornerback on the right side, a 13-yard pickup as they mark it at the 32-yard line.
They snapped the ball on a quick count then and threw it to a back, which certainly doesn't take a lot of time to protect. We may see more activity like that from the offense and from the defense.
Same formation, Quentin Griffin to the right of Heupel from the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 32. Heupel, a lot of time. Now short pass, Griffin caught the 35, 40, 45. He's at the 50-yard line. And again, an ad-lib play, much like the play against Texas, where Heupel starts to run, then looks up and sees somebody open. Griffin, in that case, he fired it to him, and they got 18 yards to the midfield stripe.
Different ways of getting the football to Quentin Griffin. The first one was a quick rhythm play off of a quick count, pitting him against the linebacker trying to cover him. The second one was as an alternative. This is a bailout by Heupel. Good protection, though, Bob.
Littell and Griffin now are in the backfield. And under center for the first time is Heupel from the 50-yard line. No score just beginning. There's a handoff to Latrell. Right side, cracks down to the 47-yard line. A nice run to the right side for about 3 yards. John McGraw, the free safety. The initial contact, and Warren Lott, who started linebacker in place of Kazar, makes the end of the play. Well, pick up 4 yards to the 46. That's a pretty good gain on a first running play.
Well, it really is. Typically, the Sooners don't run the football much in the first possession or two. They're quick to go to the passing game, and I suspect we'll go back to it here.
2nd down 6 from the 46 in Kansas State territory. Shotgun now with Quentin Griffin and Latrell on either side, on both sides of Heupel. Back to pass, good protection, pass caught. Woolfolk at the 43-yard line in Kansas State territory, tackled immediately, short of the first down. John McGraw, the free safety on the tackle, a gain from the 46 down to the 43-yard line. 3-yard pickup, and that'll bring up the first 3rd down play for the Sooners on the day. 3rd down and 3 from the Kansas State 43, going from right to left, from south to north. Heupel looking over at the bench, break the huddle now. Wide to the right goes Fagan, wide left is Woolfolk. Trent Smith is tight end on the right side from the K-State 43. It's 3rd and 3 for Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, long signal count from the shotgun. The blitz, all blitz. And Heupel nowhere to go, and he's sacked way back in Sooner territory. Boy, they brought the entire team that time, and Monty Beisel gets credit for the sack. But Merv, they really came after him, and he had nowhere to throw it. And I don't understand that, because he was going backwards. He had 10 guys chasing him.
That's pretty much what we expected to see, Bob. I think that was the first play that we've seen so far where they probably knew that it would definitely be a pass. The others were first down plays, second and medium, plays where the Sooners had an opportunity to go either or with a run or pass.
Play, they have it now at their own 42. Ferguson back to kick. He's the leading net punter in the nation. Gets the snap back from Painter. Nice kick. End over end, not a high one. Hits at the 18, skips over Aaron Lockett's head and out of bounds. A great kick, and it's at the 10-yard line. So that's a 48-yard punt by Ferguson, and the ball's at the 10-yard line. K-State 1st and 10 there.
The Sooners have worked hard this week, Bob, of kicking the ball out of bounds, which is pretty much something we haven't seen. That was an excellent job there by Ferguson. Not a pretty high spiral, but you don't need it when you're kicking the ball out of bounds. You can kick a low end-over-end type kick as he did there and take advantage of it. And certainly they want to keep it away from that return man, Allen, if they can.
This is their first possession. Remember, they've scored every time they have the ball, every game, the first time they've had the ball. I formation here, Beasley, and we have flags. And the quarterback, Jonathan Beasley of Kansas State, indicating he thought one of the Sooners jumped and force the offense offside. Let's see what the referee, Tom Eilers, has to say about that.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense.
Nick Leckie, who's making his first start at guard, and he is a freshman, jumped offside or moved, so it's a 5-yard penalty back to the Kansas State 5. So that's not the way Coach Bill Snyder wanted to start.
Now you see a senior quarterback there with a lot of poise. He's very quick to point the finger, hoping he could influence one of the officials, but they weren't buying it.
So it's 1st and 15 for Kansas State. Goby is the tailback, and Lesitich is the fullback. Here's Beasley. 3-step drop. Looks right, looks left. Lobs a pass downfield, and it's overthrown, intended for Aaron Lockett, but overthrown. The Sooners had it well covered.
They did. Thompson was in good shape right there, and this is what Kansas State offense lives by, the ability to let Beasley, for his own skills at staying afloat or their own protection, buy an extra couple of 3 seconds and take off deep on you and hit the deep pass.
Scobie is out of the lineup, and Martez Wesley is in the lineup, so we have 2 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right. The one to the right side is Quincy Morgan, their leading receiver, and the tight end is Shad Meyer, who shifts to the left side. Actually, 3 wide receivers now to the left and 1 to the right, basically changing the play on a 2nd and 15 from the Kansas State 5 at their own 5-yard line. And now here's Beasley in his own end zone looking to pass. Good protection. Now he's being chased. He's had him tackled right there. Sacked from behind on a nice play by Corey Callens, the defensive right end for Oklahoma. I think will go down as a sack as Beasley couldn't find anybody to throw to.
Good coverage, good coverage. He had plenty of time. He looked at the secondary a long time there, and the coverage stayed right where it was supposed to be. Great job by the secondary.
Sooner football brought to you by Sprint. It's not just about how far technology can take us. It's about how close it can keep us. Isn't that the point of contact? Well, it's 3rd and 15 from the Kansas State 5. And Beasley is in the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers left. He's changing the play again at the line of scrimmage. He backs up right at his goal line on this 3rd down and 15. Gets the snap. He's back in the end zone. Inside screen to Aaron Lockett. He gets up and tackled on a great one-on-one tackle by Roy Williams at the 13-yard line. A pickup from the 5 to the 13, but that'll force Kansas State to do something they haven't done all year, and that is punt on their first possession.
That's one string, Bob. Let's go after some of those other strings that they've got with this football team. That's a darn good way to start the ball game off right there.
Marked the ball at the 14, so he gained 9 on the play on that inside screen to Aaron Lockett. Travis Brown back to kick the ball. J.T. Thatcher deep. Here is the punt in the air, going pretty good in the air, and Thatcher on the run at the 50, tackled immediately at the 47 at Kansas State territory. So the punt of 37 yards and a return of 4 yards, and the Sooners great field position at the K-State 47. All right, great to have Coach Switzer on, Merv.
It sure is. It's great to have him be able to come and have contact with Coach Stoops and the team occasionally, because it excites everybody, Bob.
Sooner fans, when in Tulsa, check out the world's largest selection of OU apparel and memorabilia at Big Red Sales, 44th and Memorial, or save 10% on your purchase today by logging on to sunbeltsports.com. That's sunbeltsports.com. Ball at the 47-yard line. K-State territory. Back to action now. No score. Sooners with their second possession. Heupel is under center, and he gets the exchange. Gets it off on a draw play to Luttrell. It cracks into the line, gets short yardage, maybe 1 to the 46-yard line in K-State territory. Even though these teams rank 1 and 2 in offensive points scored, Merv, it may be a defensive battle more than we think.
I think oftentimes, Bob, in big games, the defense does sort of take the front and center in the spotlight, and they oftentimes in a big game, the scoring is not what you think it's going to be.
No gain officially, although he did get about a half yard, so it's 2nd down, a little less than 10 yards to go in the area of the 46.5-yard line. Shotgun formation now for Heupel as Seth Luttrell is out of there. He's probably changing the play. Josh Norman in. 2 wide receivers to both sides. They have a blitz on. Heupel throws a pass, and Norman catches it at the Kansas State 30, 1st down and out of bounds on a nice catch, and John McGraw makes the tackle on Josh Norman, who's made some great catches on the year, and it's a gain down to the 28-yard line. So a gain from the 47, 19 yards downfield. Sooners with their deepest penetration thus far. Josh Norman with the catch.
Perhaps if a mismatch does benefit the Sooners, it may be with Norman and Smith working on safeties and linebackers more so than the wideouts against the corners.
Sooners quickly up to the line of scrimmage. And that was their 3rd first down, by the way. They're at the Kansas State 27-yard line. Josh Heupel is under center. Now he backs there. He's going to backs out of there and changes the play. He'll go to the shotgun. Now we're ready to go. He gets the snap. Back to pass. Blitz. Pass caught by Josh Norman again for a short gain to the 24. A little post pattern. John McGraw tackles him at the 24-yard line for a pickup of 3. And, boy, that blitz, they do come after you, don't they?
They really do. They really do. And, obviously, it's important for Josh to know where his best high-percentage mismatches are. And certainly Norman on a receiver, on a safety as a receiver, I think certainly he can get a couple of steps usually.
It'll be a second down play and about 6 yards to go. The ball is at the 23-yard line. Need to go to the 17 for the first down in K-State territory. 2 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Woolfolk to the left. And it'll be Luttrell to the right. And there's the draw play. Handoff to Quentin Griffin over right tackle, but heavy traffic and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Fahey, the left tackle defensively. And by the way, he and Heupel were teammates at Snow Utah Junior College. That is Heupel and Fahey, the defensive tackle who weighs only 305. Ben Lieber also helped out. So it winds up to be no gain at the K-State 23-yard line.
You can see there the difference in ability their defensive front has. The 2 draw plays look promising for a step or 2, and then the defensive linemen were able to escape, get away, and close them off.
Sooners 0 for 1 on third down conversions. The ball at the 23-yard line, K-State territory. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Now make that 2 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Here's the all-out blitz, and Heupel looks to pass. Throws for Woolfolk in the end zone. Overthrown and incomplete. He was very well covered. Extremely well covered by Dashad Carter. And, of course, the ball just a little bit too tall, but I thought it was excellent coverage, actually.
Well, I really did, too. Could have possibly been called for maybe interfering with the receiver a little bit late, but it looked like he was trying to play the ball. And an excellent throw by Heupel. He put it in there with a lot of touch, tried to drop it in there like he did for the first touchdown last week.
40-yard field goal attempt from the 30-yard line, right in the center of the field laterally. Tim Duncan 0 for 1 from this distance this year. He's 5 of 10 overall. The ball is down. The kick is in the air, and it's long enough, and it's good. Sooners go up on top with a 40-yard field goal for Tim Duncan, who's now 6 of 11 on the year. And we'll take a break. Oklahoma 3, Kansas State nothing. 7:43 to go first period. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. It will be Tim Duncan who knocked through that 40-yard field goal. And Aaron Lockett, who is, of course, from Tulsa, Booker T. Washington, his brother Kevin Lockett, who is now playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, played here and was a star here, and a tremendous wide receiver. Also, Aaron Lockett played on the Kansas State indoor track team. He's a sprinter, 22, 5'7", and 165, and he leads the nation in punt returns. 22 yards of punt return, this being, of course, a kickoff. Oklahoma leads at 3-0, and we have 7:43 to go in the first quarter. And here we go. Tim Duncan approaches, this time kicking from south to north. Skips at the 6, into the hands of Lockett at the goal line, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, breaks up the middle, and breaks free, and he's saving tackle by Derek Strait. Just a terrific return by Aaron Lockett. Well, the guy like a cannonball up there, just shot up from about the 25 to the 38-yard line, where Derek Strait, the saving tackler, he'd have been gone.
That's the point that I tried to make earlier, Bob. I think it's the acceleration time that he takes from the time he gets the ball till he encounters the coverage unit. He's got to close that gap off in a hurry and then hope they block him a crease. You start messing around back there looking for holes, and it usually doesn't work very well.
Lezatich at the fullback, and Scobie in the tailback, Measley the quarterback, I formation, man in motion from right to left, is a wide receiver. Now here's Beasley handing off up the middle. Scobie breaks up to the 40-yard line. Torrance Marshall on the stop of him, as Scobie, who is from Dell City, 1960, 205 junior, got from the 38-yard line. They'll mark it right at the 40, so pick up of 2. And the Sooners closed that hole in a hurry. Looked like he had a pretty good hole when the play unfolded.
Came into more or less a closed formation, really, with only one wide receiver, and gave the Sooners an opportunity to gang up on the football just a little bit.
David Allen from Liberty, Missouri is in the lineup now as one of the running backs. Now he comes wide to the right side. There's 2 wide receivers left. 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line, Kansas State territory. Jonathan Beasley fakes the handoff. Good time. Now he has no one to throw to. He runs with it. Cuts up the field. 45. Has the first down at the 50. That's exactly vintage Jonathan Beasley. No one open, so he runs with it and gets from the 40 to the 50.
That's what he means to this football team, and that's what's going to have the Sooners defense pulling their hair all day. His ability to take what looks to be a no play and turn it into a first down. He does that so frequently.
That's the first down for Kansas State, and it comes at the 6:38 mark of the first period. Oklahoma leading 3-0 on the 40-yard field goal by Tim Duncan. Now Breaking the huddle, it's Quincy Morgan, the leading receiver, wide to the left side. Aaron Lockett wide right. We have a tight end on the right side. It's Shad Meyer. And now Lockett in motion toward the formation. Shotgun. Jonathan Beasley. The handoff on the draw play to Allen. Big hole over the right side. Crosses the 45 in Sooner territory and down to the 41 or 40-yard line. Roy Williams makes the stop on David Allen. 9 yards picked up on the play, and it'll be 2nd down 1 for Kansas State at the Oklahoma 41. First time they've been in Sooner territory.
Sitting here, and I'm sure just like the Sooner defense, Bob, they just make you hold your breath every time they snap the ball because of what Beasley can do, and then we all know what Allen can do. They've kicked him out here, shifted him out, and got him in a matchup with our strong safety, Williams, which I think we'll see again.
I formation, Allen at the top of the I, 2 wide receivers left, 2nd and 1 from the Oklahoma 41. This is sort of a free down. Beasley, option play right, option pitch to Allen down the sideline, and he stepped out of bounds. He steps down at the 33-yard line. He ran down the sideline easily enough for the first down as he got from the 41 down to the 33. That's 8 yards pickup, needed only 1, and Kansas State looks very impressive in this drive as they have it at the Oklahoma 33, 1st and 10.
Came with an unbalanced line then, which they use a lot. They send twins out to one side, 2 receivers, and then put the tight end on that same side, which gives you a heavy formation to that side. And the short side is sometimes great pickings, as it was then, especially with the option.
Lockett and Morgan both go wide left. Tight end Meyer on the right side, I formation. That was the stacked I. Now they shift out of the stacked I, just 2 running backs behind Beasley. Here's the draw play. And Allen jumps outside left end, cracks downfield, gets away from Thatcher, who tries to tackle him with his body. And then finally Marshall ends the play at the 21. J.T. Thatcher just tried to knock him down with his body rather than grab around him and get him down. And Allen didn't go down that way. And finally Marshall knocked him down after a 12-yard pickup to the 21.
His elusiveness, obviously he had way too much in the way of daylight at the line of scrimmage for him to pop through there and get on Thatcher as quickly as he did. Somebody up front got blocked pretty good too, Bob.
Brandon Everidge replaces Thatcher in the center defensive secondary. As wide to the right side or left side goes Brandon Clark along with Morgan, I formation. Here's Clark in motion from slot left to the right. Beasley hands the ball off to Allen over right tackle, gets away from 2 guys, and finally they get him at the 15. We say finally because he almost broke that one for a touchdown. As Merv Johnson just said a moment ago, every time they touch the ball, you kind of, watch out. It looks like they might go all the way.
They're really blocking our front 7 effectively right now. They're giving him an opportunity to get to the linebacker depth or deeper without really having anybody to have a really challenge him.
The gain was from the 21 to the 15, so it brings up a 2nd down play and 4 at the Oklahoma 15. Sooners lead 3-0. But Kansas State on the march at the 4:28 mark of the first quarter. Allen wide left this time. Beasley races up. Quarterback draw down the middle. 10-5. Touchdown Kansas State. Over left tackle. Well, that was great running by Beasley. He just took a step or 2 backwards. And it was the quarterback draw. And it was a 15-yard run for the touchdown. And K-State has capped that drive, which started at their own 38. So a 62-yard drive. And they never went to a 3rd down.
That was a very, very impressive drive. I think obviously they got the running game established like they wanted to, and then we got to see what Beasley gives this team that so many teams don't have, and that's the touchdown play right there. They go to him on the quarterback draw.
62 yards, 7 plays it was, and here's the extra point. We have Jamie Ream, who one time hit 55 extra points in a row. Sooners are offside, and the kick is messed up, and they fumbled snap. And the ball is fumbled still and finally picked up by a lineman. And the extra point will be no good unless it was offside on the Sooners. We'll have to see. May have to re-kick if it was on the Sooners. Honacharian, I was in hopes he wouldn't pick up the ball all day. But it was offside on Oklahoma, as we speculated. So they will re-kick. And once again, a 62-yard drive in 7 plays. And a 1.5-yard penalty puts the ball at the 1.5, and so you normally kick the extra point from the 3. K-State will apparently kick it. Jamie Reen will be kicking, and Mike Rosnick, who's a punter by trade, will be holding. Snap, the ball is down, the kick is in the air, and this one booms through the upright, so we have a timeout. 4:19 to go first period. K-State has taken their first lead. The score is 7-3. Kansas State leads Oklahoma. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network.
State a powerful team. They're going to come back fighting the defense, just getting a breather right now.
Sooner football brought to you by State Farm Insurance and the State Farm agents throughout Oklahoma. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, conference fans, did you know there are 39 representatives from the Big 12 on NCAA committees, councils, cabinets, and boards? 11 of the 12 schools are represented on these national governing bodies, which is a tribute to the conference's commitment to well-being of our student athletes in the Big 12. This message provided by the Big 12 Conference. Your scores, Merv. Check those out, and we'll get back to you on those in a moment, if you will, as Jamie Reen gets up to kick off. And here it is, following the Kansas State touchdown. Savage and Thatcher are deep. This will be J.T. Thatcher at the 6, toward the middle of the field, the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Cuts to his right, to 25. He's up to the 30. He turns on the speed at the 40. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. But the man chasing him at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 94 yards for a touchdown for J.T. Thatcher. An incredible return of the kickoff. And how about that? He beat Dashot Carter to the end zone, and he really turned on some speed, Merv.
That's a great effort by JT and great blocking to get him started. What a timely, big play. And there's one for the Sooners kicking game, Bob.
Right, absolutely. Thatcher, just a tremendous return man, as is Aaron Lockett. Now we have excessive penalty. Is that what they're...
The runner stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
One umpire. Let's go down to Mark Matthew. Mark, clear us up on this.
Well, one of the officials right now, Bob, is apologizing to Bob Stoops because there's another official down here that says it's out on about the 2-yard line. So Bob Stoops is absolutely livid. One official signified that it was a score, but then another official overruled him down here. It's going to be first and goal on the 2.
All right, it's at the 2. 7-3, and the Sooners will get credit for a 92-yard kickoff return for J.T. Thatcher from the 6 in Sooner territory on the kickoff to the 2. Let's see if the Sooners can punch it in from the quarterback spot underneath. Gives the lot to Seth Luttrell over the right side. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Seth Luttrell over the right side was hit at about the goal line and went in. Then the football went free, but he was penetrated the plane of the goal. And that's the first TD for Seth Luttrell this year. That's the way you need to smack it in there, right, Merv?
It really is. And again, Heupel went on the quick count. I think we'll see more of that again today as we go along.
So Seth Luttrell scores, and now it'll be Patrick Fletcher holding. Tim Duncan trying the extra point as the Sooners are back on top. They led 3-0, then trailed 7-3, and now the ball is down. The kick is in the air, and it's good. But do we have a flag? We do. Kansas State appears to be offside on the play. Sooners lead it by the score of 10-7. If the Sooners accept the ball went through the uprights. Here's their Tom Eilers.
Defense, offside, decline, the extra point stands.
So it stands as we predicted, and you could have predicted that. Anyone could. We'll take a break. 3:57 to go first period. Sooners back on top, 10-7. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. Following the touchdown, here's the kickoff. Tim Duncan booms it downfield, clear out of the end zone. Aaron Lockett takes it outside of the final or back restraining line. So Kansas State will start from their own 20 for their third possession. That was some return by J.T. Thatcher, and then Seth Luttrell pounded it in from the 2.
That was as good a thing as could have possibly happened for the Sooner football team after that impressive drive that Kansas State had. Again, the Kansas State kicking game, to me, triggered that whole drive, Bob, by running the ball out to the 38-yard line to start it.
That was Aaron Lockett doing that, and then they never even had to go to the third down before they scored, but the Sooners answered, and now they unbalanced the line to the left here as they had earlier. Now they shift a bit. Lazatich comes wide right, and David Allen, the only remaining back. The option play. Here's Beasley. He'll keep it, and he's hit, and he's tackled for no gain. Sooners read the option play very well that time. It'll be the tackle on the play, leading tackler, Heineke gets credit for the tackle, and also Roger Steffen. So they played the option play perfectly that time.
The way they reacted to that, Bob, I have a feeling that from the video that they'd seen on Kansas State, they felt like when they shifted that guy out away from unbalanced, that probably they were going to get option. They had a lot of people chasing that ball from the start.
3 wide receivers now go wide left for K-State. That's the wide side of the field. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 10, Kansas State. Sooners leading 10-7, 3:14 to go first quarter. Shotgun, Jonathan Beasley. Safety blitz. Back to pass, fires a pass, incomplete. He dropped it, hit him right in the chest, and that was Aaron Lockett. I mean, it was right where you wanted, right in the breadbasket at the Kansas State 32, and it just came popping out of there. And very nearly a holding penalty on Kansas State in their protection, too.
I'm glad you saw that, Bob. I was going to comment on that. I was hoping my eyes hadn't deceived me. It looked to me like they tackled our right defensive end over there. The running back did. They got what they deserved on that with the drop pass.
3rd and 10 from the 20 for K-State. 3 wide receivers left, shotgun formation. And the tight end on the right side is Shad Meyer, who is 6'5", tall youngster. Here we go from the shotgun. Jonathan Beasley back to pass. Sooners try to blitz. Can't get in to get at him. Now he's chased from behind. Now he throws a little shovel pass incomplete, and they'll have to kick it away. Boy, the Sooners really defended that well. Jono Lasitich on the intended receiver there. Good pressure by Corey Callens and Corey Klein. And a 3-and-out is what the Sooners lead is also.
It really is. Of course, the drop pass is instrumental in that, and certainly that's one of the big plays in the ball game. You have a play like that, it's definitely going to hurt your football team. But again, I certainly thought on that play they were holding. But you can see everybody in the stands and on the field holding their breath when Beasley starts to scramble, Bob.
Travis Brown, perfect snap as he punts the ball away. Gets it high, and fair catch signal for and taken by J.T. Thatcher, 39-yard punt. And the flags fly. They say Kansas State was too close to Thatcher when he made the catch at the 41. And that is Terrence Newman, who is a defensive back, who will be flagged for being too close to Thatcher on the catch.
Bob, I think that's only, a 5-yard foul. That's if you got a great return man and you think, too, on a fair catch he might fumble, I tell you, that's almost a risk worth taking,
39-yard punt, I know what you mean, because you don't want a guy like Thatcher returning it again on you from Kansas State's perspective, that is.
No, the 5 yards then is, I'm not sure that shouldn't be a heavier penalty, Bob, because if you're going to get a great return man, why take a chance of him handling it?
Well, the spot is 5 yards from the point, and actually they gave him 6 yards on it, but we'll say that very quietly. 1st and 10 for the Sooners, leading 10-7. So with 2:51 to go first period, Ronaldo Works makes his first appearance in the lineup for the Sooners. It's Heupel under center, Luttrell and Works split behind him, and 2 wide receivers left and 1 wide receiver right. There is the fake crossbuck. Heupel back to pass. Nobody is open. And now as a long pass down the middle, caught Woolfolk at the 24-yard line, of flag. And let's see, a flag came in late by the back judge, and let's see what the infraction is. Deshaun Carter was covering. Woolfolk made a fine catch, left his feet to make the catch, and let's read what the flag is here, Merv.
You've got to think it's against the defense.
Interference against Kansas.
It was a 31-yard reception, and now here's the official.
Pass interference on the defense. Decline. First down.
Deshaun Carter on the interference. The 31-yard pass to Woolfolk stands up, and the Sooners will have their 4th first down, and they have it at the Kansas State 21, already leading by the score of 10-7. Picking out the receiver in Woolfolk, you can't give enough credit to him for getting open, because he was covered well by Carter, but he got free just for the split second, and Heupel zeroed it in there. Under center, man in motion from right to left is Fagan. There's a fake handoff up the middle. Heupel steps up in the pocket. Heupel running the ball. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 14. And we have diving down there at the 14. Under Demetrius Butler, a 7-yard pickup, and that's what Heupel has done this year that he didn't do last. That really is an advantage.
You've seen play action on the last 2 passes, Bob. One a bootleg rollout, and the other one a fake to the Luttrell on first down. It could be that perhaps they feel that by faking the run on run situations, they can diminish that rush a little bit.
Block to the right side. They have 2 wide receivers right, and now Heupel changing the play. Luttrell and Griffin behind Heupel, who's under center. 3 yards to go. 2nd down play from the 14. Give to Griffin. Big hole right side. Gets by 1 tackler and gets first down at the 10-yard line. John McGraw got him, but he made 1 guy miss him. And Howard Duncan and Scott Kempenick provided a little bit of a crease, and Quentin Griffin quick enough to break 1 tackle and pick up the first down at the Kansas State 10.
Running game is tough against this defense because they're always going to have more players in the box, if you will, than you can block. And you get a guy like Griffin that can take care of one of them with a little juke, it certainly helps.
To the left side, Matt Anderson tight end on the right, but in the standing position. First and goal to go from the 10 in Kansas State territory. Here's Heupel handing the ball off to Quentin Griffin. We have a flag. Sooners were moving on the right side. Scott Kempening looked like he was moving before the ball was snapped, and that'll cost the Sooners 5 yards, and that puts gray hairs in the coach's head.
It really does. It looks like, in fact, the whole right side maybe moved at that time. Maybe the center was a little bit slow with the snap. And I'm sure it's difficult to hear down there in that end zone, Bob.
Exactly. Good that you brought up that point. So it's first and goal from the 15 now, and would dictate, it would seem to me, almost assuredly passing situations here. And K-State responds by putting in 2 defensive backs, so it'll be probably 6 D-backs in there.
He's not in here right now. I would think, as an inside receiver, he might could get a mismatch.
3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, shotgun. Heupel with the blitz on, throws a pass for Woolfolk in the end zone, and he can't quite hold on. Boy, he was covered every step of the way by Deshaun Carter, but Woolfolk had a slight shot at it, really. That was a perfect pass by Heupel, might add.
It really was. It's great coverage, but it looks to me like the cover guy is getting away with a lot, Bob. He's bumping him the whole way down the field, and once the ball's in the air, you got to leave him alone. Obviously, I'm sure the officials know what they're doing, but that's tough on a receiver.
Second down, goal to go from the Kansas State 15. Sooners have 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right formation. K-State sent everybody on that play, and they look like they are this time. There's the 7-man, the screen, inside screen to Fagan to the 10, to the 5, to the 2, touchdown Oklahoma. What a great call, an inside screen, and the blitz came, and they threw right over the blitz. Nobody was there, and Fagan dodged 1 tackler and went in for the touchdown, 15 yards. Oklahoma goes up 16-7. His second touchdown of the year for Fagan.
That was an exciting play in the Texas game last week. Anytime Josh can catch them in a man-to-man all-out blitz, and certainly he'll have some more opportunities to catch this team in the blitz, I'm sure.
All right, Sooners trying the extra point. He's not missed this year. Tim Duncan from Clinton in a row. Way in the snap. Patrick Fletcher will hold. The ball is down. The kick is in the air, and it is good. Sooners up 17-7 with 55 seconds to go in the first period. Timeout. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. Boy, what you talk about answering, Merv, the Wildcats seem to have the momentum. They got a good punt return. They had a drive of 62 yards in 7 plays, and they went ahead. And you thought, well, maybe this is it. Boy, the Sooners had the great return of 92 yards by J.T. Thatcher. Then they scored on a plunge by Luttrell. And then the defense stopped them 3 and out. And Oklahoma goes 52 yards in 5 plays on a 15-yard pass to Curtis Fagan for the TD and the extra point. How about that? 17-7.
That's great, but I'll add this. Defense stopped him. Kansas State had a penalty on the punt. Gave the Sooners 5 more yards. Great field position. Defense stopped them because the Sooners kicked the ball out of the end zone. The kicking game, Bob, always shows up in these situations.
Here's the kickoff. Speaking of that, from right to left, Tim Duncan booms it. Another great kick downfield, and it goes clear out of the end zone. Again, will be brought out to the 20. Boy, that is, hey, the good news is they had a cameraman down there, but no, just easy. We love all cameramen. No, he's not hurt at all. Hit him on the bounce. Anyway, the ball is at the 20, and it's 1st and 10 for K-State. Trying to inject a bit of humor here in this tension-filled stadium, as with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, 17-7. We thought it would be a defensive struggle. All of a sudden, it's turned into an offensive game.
Be very critical for both teams in this ballgame, Bob. I don't think that as they settle down to what the 2 teams are doing, I think the defense will continue to play better.
I formation, Lezetich and Allen in the eye behind the quarterback, Jonathan Beasley. Unbalanced line to the right, it appears. Aaron Lockett in motion from right to left. Beasley back, blitz, hands off to Allen. He gets up, and Thatcher gets him. This time he wraps him up at the 25. 5-yard pickup. That was a draw play. The left side really opened it up nicely as Milford Stevenson from Houston, Texas, and the left guard, Nick Leckie, also opened up a good hole on the left side. 2nd and 5 for KSU, thrown 25. Oklahoma leading 29 seconds to go first quarter by the score of 17-7.
Could have gotten held a little bit on that play. He had his right arm free and clear where he could have made a break to the ball and wasn't able to do it.
Jonathan Beasley is at quarterback, and now we have 3 wide receivers. Morgan is in the backfield. He gets the handoff. He's a wide receiver. He gets over the right side and gets a couple of yards, but short of the first down. Rocky Kalmus makes the stop at the 27-yard line. Gain of 2. That'll be the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, Oklahoma leads over Kansas State 17-7. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network yards. And let's see, for Kansas State, they had 9 passing yards, so they have 78 total yards offense to Oklahoma's 105. Penalties, both teams penalized twice. And the leading receiver, Fagan, 1 catch for 15 yards and a touchdown, but Woolfolk has caught 2 passes for 34 yards. Lockett, the leading receiver, the only receiver for Kansas State. So those are the stats. The Sooners are on top by 10, and K-State with a 3rd down play and 3, let's call it, from the 27 in Kansas State territory. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, I formation. Jonathan Beasley now races up. Looks like he's changing the play at the line. Sooners are getting up in the gaps. Now they back out of there. We'll see what Morgan goes wide right. 2 wide receivers left. 3 yards to go. Beasley, option play to the left side. Tries to cut. Can't get the first down. Heineke got him and nailed him right in front of the Sooner bench. He may have picked up a little bit, or he may have lost a yard. It ended up in a pile there on the Sooner bench, but the Sooners did a great job on the 3rd down play. He actually lost a yard there, Merv.
Really
they marked
did.
it down.
That's why, Bob, you got to be careful with that speed or that no-fake option because, if the defense is really in tune and lined up where they can react, they can really get a jump on it.
Back to kick the ball is Travis Brown. He kicked it 38 and 39 yards the 2 previous times. We're just underway 2nd period. Sooners lead Kansas State 17-7. Snap is a little low, and it's almost blocked, and he runs into the kicker, and a flag will be thrown. The ball comes downfield across the 30, across the Oklahoma 25, and it'll be down at the 24, but the flag was dropped as the Sooners almost had there's another flag on the field.
The kicker, 5-yard penalty on the receiving team.
That'll give Kansas State a first down on the running end of the kicker penalty. But there appeared to be another flag down, and now the referee is talking with one of the other officials about that. Let's see what that is. Now they're coming over to talk to one of the other officials, and we'll see. The head linesman Graham made the call. He's talking with the referee, and the
running into the kicker on the receiving team, 5 yards.
I bet you they lined both receivers up on this side, and I bet you the official on the far sideline thought that one of them was back in the backfield. They both would have to be on the line, and he thought that one of them, and he got talked out of it by this official over here who had a better view of it. That's a big play in the kicking game, Bob.
Right, you mentioned that, the kicking game, how important the ball is at the 31 after the penalty. So that gives Kansas State their 5th first down. This time via the penalty at their own 31-yard line. And, boy, the Sooners had stopped them on 3rd down, it appeared. Now the Sooners have too many men on the field. Back to pass, fires it. It's deflected. It's incomplete. Intended for Morgan, but Ante Jones really stuck him. But Stephan ran off the field just at the last minute, and it appears the Sooners had too many men on the field. That's what the perception is anyway.
A call that I don't like against the defense. If the guy's breaking his neck to get off the field, what advantage does he give either team? Offensively, certainly it can be a problem, but if the guy's at the numbers and rushing for the sideline, it doesn't affect the offense one bit. There's no advantage gained there. I think that's a tough penalty.
Here's the official.
Illegal substitution on the defense, 5 yards, repeat first down.
So the ball is put at the 36 after the penalty on Oklahoma. That's 2 penalties in a row on running into the kicker and too many men on the field. Actually, illegal substitution technically. So K-State has had the advantage of 10 yards gained by the penalty route. And with 14:03 to go before halftime, Oklahoma leading 17-7. It is a 1st and 5 from their own 36. Wide receivers, left and right, blocking in motion toward the formation. From the eye, Jonathan Beasley turns, fakes the handoff. He's back to pass. He has great protection. He pump fakes. He tries to run with it. He's out of the pocket, throws a short pass. It's caught by Lasitich after he gets away from Michael Thompson, gets across the 40 and down to the Oklahoma 37. He was tackled on the play finally by Kalmus, but that was sort of an ad-lib play as Lasitich, the fullback out of the backfield, was sort of camped on the near side as the relief valve, and Beasley needed him, fired it to him. Then Michael Thompson couldn't get the big fullback down. He weighs 240, and he went to the Oklahoma 37. So a gain of 27 yards, and K-State has their 6th first down at the Oklahoma 37-yard line. The only other time they ventured in Oklahoma territory, they scored a touchdown.
Tell you, we'll look back to this little series, Bob, if we're not careful, a long time, because there's been some, obviously saw vintage Beasley there with that pass, and then the 2 penalties.
From the 42-yard line then in Oklahoma territory, it is a 1st and 15. three wide receivers to the right, tight end left. Beasley from the shotgun, good protection. Little short pass thrown away. Nobody in the area.
Well, the running back shut down on him, Bob, instead of continue to run. I sort of, there was a miscommunication. I don't know whether whose fault it was, but he shut down on him to kind of become an outlet. Beasley wanted to hit him in stride.
I would imagine, David, this is the first game back after a couple of, or actually 3 games missed. Lazetich comes back in. He's the fullback. His father and his grandfather both played pro football, so he has good lineage. His dad's name was Pete, and his grandfather was Bill Lazetich. And now he shifts offset, and we have 2 wide receivers right and 1 to the left from the 42 in Oklahoma territory. Back to pass is Jonathan Beasley. Pump fakes. Yeah, Sooners try to get him. Roy Williams couldn't get him. Beasley runs out of the pocket, looks back to his left, fires a pass downfield, deflected and incomplete. Rocky Calmus leaped high and deflected it at the 28-yard line. Otherwise, it might have been complete to David Allen. But Roy Williams almost had him in the backfield.
Does this guy scare you to death, Bob, when he starts ad-libbing and running around? A great job by the Sooners of staying in place and continuing to pursue him. I tell you where he's really hurt the Sooners, though, Bob, is in the rush. They reach a point back there where they start to slow down and wait and see what they have to do. They don't continue to press him, so he buys himself a lot of protection time just because you're really scared to rush him and sell out.
Gun on a 3rd and 15 from the Oklahoma 42. K-State 0 of 3 on third down conversions. Sooners look like a 3-man rush. They're back is Beasley. And a big rush gets away from J.T. Thatcher. Beasley goes left. Calmus is after him, throws a short pass. It's dropped at the Oklahoma 30. He wouldn't have had the first down anyway. Lockett's second pass he's dropped today right to him, although that would have been a tough catch. We have to give him credit. But the Sooners were chasing Beasley all over the lot.
4 rushers from a side that there are no backs lined up on. It certainly got the Sooners a numbers advantage. There's no way they had enough people to... JT came flying through there and just missed him. He had a chance to knock the ball loose, actually, Bob, and that's where, again, Beasley is just eerie in what he can do.
J.T. Thatcher standing at the 10. Here's the snap back to the punter. Travis Brown, he pooches it down there, and it hits at the 12. Sooners get away from it at the 5 and down inside the 5 by Kansas State. So that was a nice kick by Travis Brown. And we have a timeout. 17-7 Oklahoma leads over K-State. 12:44 to go second period. Sooners backed up at their own 4, 1st and 10 after that punt. Boy, mistake here you just don't even want to think about.
Well, even that, we've got to blame our poor field position here, Bob, on the 2 penalties and the missed tackle in the backfield there a while ago.
Heupel under center, split backs behind him are Seth Luttrell and Quentin Griffin. Wide receivers 2 left and 1 right. Actually, no tight end on the play. Heupel turns, gives the ball off to Quentin Griffin. He finds a crack, gets over the 5 to the 6. Ducking on the good block. Seth Luttrell and gets a little extracurricular activities with that's Ben Lieber, who's junior college with Heupel. The ball is at the 6, a 2-yard pickup, as we said. 2nd down and 8. Woolfolk goes wide left. Savage in the slot left. Trent Smith way out to the right. Again, no tight end. 2nd and 8 from the Oklahoma 6. Split backs. Heupel under center. Gives the ball to Quentin Griffin. Goes left. Nothing there. And he stopped short of the 5-yard line. Well, he went to his left, and there was nothing but purple jerks there. Devane Robinson and Monty Beisel on the tackle will lose the 2 yards gained on the first down play, and it's 3rd and 10. Well, I'll call it the 5 here. They give him a net loss of a yard, so it's 3rd and 9 from the 5-yard line.
This defense, Bob, they've just literally got you outnumbered. I think that to think that our running game is going to be big, at least for a while, in the ball game is asking a little bit too much. They have you outnumbered in there.
3rd down play from the Oklahoma 5 and 9 yards to go. K-State and Oklahoma making substitutions. Shotgun formation for Heupel standing at his goal line. Kansas State barely got the defense in. A little short pass is incomplete, intended for Josh Norman. They just threw it away. And the Sooners 3 and out. And that's the first time that's happened to them today. But they were pinned deep, and a good punt needed here, obviously, as the Sooners need to punt away from there. And Jeff Ferguson has the chore. Jeff from Broken Arrow, 2-year letterman, and, of course, the leading punter in the nation as a net. Aaron Lockett, who's averaging 22 yards a return, which is also his uniform number, and 2 touchdowns, will be back to receive. So, boy, here's a key play right here in my mind, Bert.
Into one of their strengths, and they really act like they want to rush this thing.
Here we go, 10 men on the line, or at least 9. Snap is back. Here's the kick from Ferguson. Wobbly kick. Lockett takes it at the Oklahoma 43, 45, down to 40 rather, down to the 30, down to the sideline, makes a cut, the 25. Woolfolk's got him out of bounds at the 20. He averages 22 yards a return and probably got about that. 39-yard punt and a 24-yard return to the 20-yard line in Sooner territory. Wow.
That's the worst possible kick we could have gotten. A low kick that didn't go very far. He had a chance to really step up between those 2 wide receivers covering down the field and then break back to the outside. Really not the kick you want there at all, Bob.
So the Sooner defense is called upon here to stop Kansas State with 11-12 to go before halftime, and the game 17-7. Sooners lead it. Kansas State now has Josh Scobie, a tailback, from left to right as a wide receiver. Give to Scobie over left tackle. Big hole. He's the 15. He cracks down to the 10. Got about 10 yards. Roy Williams and Thatcher on the stop. Josh Scobie from Dell City playing for KSU. Went to NEO. It was all conference at NEO. All-time leading rusher at NEO. 19.60 and 205. He's had a great season thus far. Less than a yard to go here.
They brought their flanker in motion, set him in the backfield beside the fullback, and gave them 2 lead blockers on that isolation play then. Just way too many guys.
Clark and Morgan wide right. Tight end left is Meyer. Morgan in motion, or Clark rather, in motion from right to left. Handoff goes to Scobie. Left tackle easily has the first down and gets to the 7 before he stopped. So a pickup of about 3, a little more than 3, but it is first down for K-State, number 7.
To the right, got him in the backfield along with the fullback and just ran straight ahead with that big eye back with those 2 players leading the play. And we'll probably see it again right here, Bob. That or the quarterback draw.
Right. Beasley, of course, now he's looking over at the line, getting signals. There are 3 guys giving signals on the sideline. 2 of those are decoys. The other one is the real signal. And now Beasley has gotten his signal. What play to call? Brandon Clark wide right. Wide left is Wesley Morgan, or Quincy Morgan. Draw play. Scobie gets the handoff, blast across the 5, down to the 3. As Beasley gave him on the handoff on the way back, except to pass. They'll put it, see where they officially mark it. At the 2 is where they mark it. So give him a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down goal to go. They've started at the Oklahoma 20 after a punt of 39 yards and a return of 24 by Aaron Lockett. Sooners leading 17-7 with 9:43 to go before halftime. 2 wide receivers right, I formation. Cartwright and Scobie in the I. From the Oklahoma 2, Jonathan Beasley turns, option play to the left side, cuts to the 1 and untouched in the end zone. So that was like not much trouble, that drive. 4 plays, 20 yards, and it's a 17-13 game in favor of the Sooners. Their lead is cut now, and we'll see what the extra point brings. 2nd touchdown of the day for Beasley. And this will be an extra point attempt by Jamie Ream at the north end zone. Out to go against the Sooners, Merv, as it turns out.
Well, it really did. Even that was set up by the poor field position they had from
those penalties.
Right.
There's the extra point nailed through, and we have timeout. It's a 3-point game again. Oklahoma still leads, but this time 17-14 with 9:31 to go, 2nd period. Timeout. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. K-State will be kicking off. It'll be Jamie Ream from Wichita, Kansas, AP All-American, the Lou Groza Award candidate. He was runner-up last year in that competition as the best kicker in the nation. Here he is kicking off, booms it downfield, and it'll be Thatcher taking it at the 2, up the middle, 10, to his left, the 15, runs into his own player at the 20, puts his head down, can't get much more, and he's wrestled down hard. Actually bumped into his own blocker just across the 20. Warren Lott, a linebacker by trade, brings him down at the 21-yard line. So Oklahoma, with their 6th possession, leading by 3, 17-14, 9:19 to go before half. And let's see what the Sooners can get going here on the offense. Oklahoma breaks the huddle, and it's, of course, Josh Heupel at quarterback. Quentin Griffin at running back. Single running back, and the Sooners will have 2 wide receivers to both sides, carrying the tight end. Fake to Griffin. Heupel throws a quick pass, caught by Trent Smith, After about a 3-4 yard pickup, he's immediately hit and tackled by Gerard Cooper. And the forward progress was to the 24, a 3-yard pickup as we called it second down and 7 yards to go for Oklahoma throwing 24. Well, they really come at you. The blitz was on that time, too.
It sure was. The receiver saw him make his turn to the outside and broke on him, and it just gave him full head of steam. He got there just about the time the ball did.
White uniforms. It's Josh Norman in the slot left. And also 2 wide receivers to the right. Shotgun from the 24 in Sooner territory. Second down, about 7. Draw play goes to Griffin. Good hole over the right side. Leans forward, and a nice one-on-one tackle was made by Milton Proctor, who is normally the nickel back, and was that time, as a matter of fact, the extra defensive back, 21-6-0, 200-pounder. And Quentin Griffin found a little bit of a hole and got from the 24 up to the 29. And it'll bring up a third down play and 2 yards to go for the first down. 0 of 3, so they need one here to keep this going. Mackey and Norman left. Trent Smith and Fagan right. Shotgun formation. Griffin to the left of Heupel from the 29-yard line. Heupel hands it to Griffin. Draw play. Got the first down at the 30, 35, 36-yard line. Boy, they had it really opened up nicely on the right side. Duncan and Kempenick on the blocking. Milton Proctor on the tackle. First down Sooners, and that's their 7th first down.
To go to perhaps a wide receiver screen if he saw blitz or something like that. Stay with the draw if he saw daylight.
Ronaldo Works in for the second time today for the Sooners. He replaces Griffin. Wide left is Fagan and Josh Norman, or rather Woolfolk and Josh Norman, and Fagan to the right. Now Heupel says something to Bubba Burcham, the center, on a 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line in Sooner territory. Heupel from the shotgun, retreats, looks, fires a long pass downfield, overthrown. And a flag, his interference called.
Finally got
Holding is called on Dashad Carter, the fellow that you've been talking about. Damian Mackey was the lad for whom the pass was intended. And Merv, that's what you've been saying all day long.
It looks like once the ball's in the air, he's bumping and pushing, running with him and bumping him the whole time, and you cannot do that.
Mark, let's go down to you for a comment.
Well, some of these fans over here in Kansas State throwing stuff on the field, they didn't like the call, and then there was a golf ball that came shooting
15
out
yards
of the
from the
field
previous
there.
spot.
That could be a little bit dangerous.
First down.
The crowd reacting, the partisan Kansas State crowd reacting to the pass interference, and it takes the ball down to the K-State 48-yard line, 1st and 10 Sooners.
I suspect there'll be some more of that, Bob.
The ball is at the 48-yard line, Kansas State territory. Oklahoma leading by 3, 17-14. Ronaldo Works is the only back behind. Josh Heupel is under center. Trent Smith tight end right, 2 wide receivers left. And Heupel now backs out of there into the shotgun formation. Changing the play. Wade the snap from center. Here's Burcham getting the center back. Heupel retreats, looks to pass, fires it down the middle. It's caught by Norman at the 31. Gets away from one tackler. To his left to the 30, to the 25, 20, to the 15, and banged out of bounds. And maybe almost a late hit. And there is a late hit, and the flag goes. Kansas State with a late hit in the sideline over there. That was a very late hit in the area of the 14-yard line. 35-yard pass and run to Josh Norman, who broke a tackle.
Yeah, there was a Sooner swept into that pile. I hope the late hit was on him that took him into it. I hope one of our players didn't go jump on that pile.
Here's the official.
Personal foul, dead ball.
Gerard Cooper, it appeared, had the late hit, a 3-year letterman.
Dead ball. Personal foul on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
So as you heard, a 35-yard pass and a personal foul on Kansas State, and the Sooners, because of good play and penalties, have marched down deep into KSU territory, and the ball will be placed at the 7-yard line. First down and goal to go for Oklahoma, their 9th first down. It's their 10th first down. Luttrell and Griffin in the backfield. Under center is Heupel from the 7-yard line. Heupel hands the ball off to Griffin over right tackle, bangs into a pile, gets nothing. May have lost a yard. Had a lot to do with that play. He just shut it down.
Really wasn't a whole lot. They're just, again, more players over here than you can deal with. He's going to have to come with something like the wide receiver screen or something down here, Bob, that will give him a chance to take the easy route to the end zone. He's not going to hammer it in, I don't think.
No gain on the play as Quentin Griffin leaves the lineup, and Seth Luttrell replaces him. It's 2nd and goal from the Kansas State 7. Double tight end on the right side, Anderson and Smith. Smith in a slot, actually. Heupel backs up, looks to pass, throws in the end zone, has it to Fagan at the 1. He jumped high in front of the defensive player and made the catch. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Right in front of Cooper. What a great play for the Sooners.
He was open in front of the goalposts.
But that resulted in a gain of 6 to the 1, brings up 3rd and goal. He went real high to get that, and Fagan stands in there at 6-0. Got in front of Cooper. Here we go, 3rd down goal to go. Heupel under center.
I'll run the sneak right here.
Long signal count, we're waiting. Heupel turns, hands ball to a trail. He pile drives his way. Touchdown Oklahoma, I believe. Let's see. They may have fumbled it as he hit the goal line. And Anderson is signaling that it's Oklahoma's touchdown. The Sooners think they have it in the end zone. It looked like he penetrated the plane to the end zone. And it has to be, if it's a Sooner recovery, it has to be a touchdown, it seems to me. And I hear the official.
The ball did not cross the plane. The fumble was recovered by Oklahoma. 4th down.
All right, that explains it. That's a tremendous pile there, and it's just shy of the goal line on a 4th down play. Boy, it looked like to me that it penetrated the plane, but obviously it did not. Field goal. They'll go for the touchdown here. Oklahoma just inches away from the goal line. Heupel under center, gets the exchange. He goes to his right, and he's in for the touchdown. Oklahoma scores between Duncan and Kempenick, and the Sooners go all the way from their own 21, 79 yards with the aid of a pass interference, a personal foul, and a 35-yard pass play in that drive. And Oklahoma just tremendous in that answer again. Now they lead 23-14 with 5:23 to go before the half. Merv, you've got to be impressed.
Really do. You got people making plays, Bob, just like Norman made. What a great comeback, a catch, escape the tackle, and make an additional 20 yards.
Waiting for the extra point at the south end zone. The ball is down. The kick is in the air. Tim Duncan knocks it through. He's perfect. We have timeout. Oklahoma ups their lead to 10 again, 24-14. Merv, talk about that drive, if you will.
That is just some big players making big plays, really. A couple of penalties there that were pretty obvious, I think, to all of us. They weren't cheap or anything like that. It gave us some additional yardage, but protection was good. Heupel obviously changed the plays, I think, at least 2 or 3 times during that series, and it's to Sooners' benefit every time he did it.
North to south with 5:23 to go before the end of the half. The Sooners leading 24-14. They've had a 3-point lead twice and a 10-point lead twice. K-State has led 7-3. Here's the kick, and it's end over end. Will not go to the end zone. Quincy Morgan at the 5, to the 10, to his left, to the 15. They gang tackle him at the 15. Roy Williams, the initial tackler, but he got help from Brandon Everidge and Antoine Savage. They'll put it at the 16, 1st and 10, KSU.
Because that's really not what you set your return for, and it takes the receiver a long time to get to his blocking, and usually it gets ugly, just like it did then. Great job by the Sooner kicker.
Ball is at the 16. K-State are huddling around their offensive coaches, and it'll be Scobie at tailback and Lezatich the fullback. Aaron Lockett in there as a wide receiver, as well as Quincy Morgan. He's the leading receiver, but has been shut out today. I formation from the 16 in K-State territory. Jonathan Beasley, the quarterback. Lockett in motion. Sooners stunning a bit on defense. Beasley fakes the handoff. Plenty of time back to pass. Throws a long pass upfield for Meyer. It's picked off by Roy Williams at the 48. He gets away from a tackler at the 50, 45, 40, 35, and tackled on the far side in front of the Sooner bench around the 30-yard line. A great interception as Roy Williams jumped in front of the tight end, Chad Meyer, and made a great interception, his 2nd of the year. Merv, how about them apples?
You bet. That's another string broken, Bob. Let's go for that big one now.
Beasley had not thrown an interception, is what he's referring to, in a long time. He threw into double coverage that time, and Roy Williams made him pay as Williams jumped and made a great interception. Put the Sooners at the 31 is where they marked it in K-State territory, and the Sooners in possession. Well, what a play that was. Defense coming up big, and great return, too, as he dodged the tackle. 19-yard return after he made the interception. Heupel in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers right, and 1 to the left. Heupel backs up. He looks to pass. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked at the 39-yard line. As getting him was his friend from junior college, Mario Fadafehi, who was his teammate at Snow Junior College in Utah, tackles him for a loss to the 39-yard line, a loss of 8, and it is 2nd and 18.
Great coverage by Kansas State there, Bob. I really sat here wishing that Josh had just thrown that ball away, don't you? He had time to do it.
As Heupel again works from the shotgun, this time long yardage, 2nd and 18. K-State showing blitz. Here's Heupel backing up. Short pass caught by Savage at the 39. He gets away. Savage fights his way to the 35-yard line. And he got by Demetrius Butler for a moment, and then Butler caught up to him, but it was a gain nevertheless, so they're moving the ball downfield, although only 4 yards to the 35, and it brings up 3rd and 14.
Long yardage, they're prone to bring everybody, and that would be a good call. They didn't. They crossed us up and defended. We're in pretty good shape throughout.
Luttrell is in for Griffin on a 3rd and 14 from the Kansas State 35-yard line. 3rd down conversions. Oklahoma's 1 of 5. This is a long way to go on the 3rd down, 14 yards to go. 3:37 to go before halftime. Full blitz. Heupel, good protection, throws a pass, beautifully caught at the 20, and he juggled it, but he hung on, and it's a 1st down at the 18-yard line. Andre Woolfolk, who made an incredible catch, Merv, after juggling it. Looked like he was going to drop it, pulled it into his chest, and it's a completion to the 18-yard line.
Great catch, great throw, and fantastic protection. Can you imagine? Heupel is telling Luttrell to move over on the left side. He calls Trent Smith in to block. They all do a great job, allows him the time he needs to hit that pass.
They brought 7 that time, a 17-yard pass to Woolfolk. 11th 1st down for the Sooners. Split backs behind Heupel, who's under center. Heupel calls out the signals, turns, hands the ball off on a cross buck to Griffin. 15-yard line, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma, over the right side. Quentin Griffin, no flags. What a great run from 18 yards. His 11th touchdown of the year. Oh, he broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, pulled free, and sort of put that 5'7" frame down, and boom, into the end zone.
Little center of gravity. He is a little sports car out there, Bob. He's hard to tackle, hard to get a hold of, and I'm still not sure the defense can know for sure whether he's down or not. He runs so low.
To try the extra point, he's been perfect this year. The snap, the ball down, the kick is in the air, and it's good. And we have timeout, as he is 36 of 36 on extra points. Timeout on the field, 3:18 to go before halftime. Oklahoma 31, Kansas State 14. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. Sooners leading 31-14. Here's the kickoff. Tim Duncan from left to right. It kicks to the far corner. Morgan takes it to 6, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Breaks outside, and Duncan's got him. Tim Duncan, the kicker, had to make the stop. Up at about the 35. And helping out on the tackle there was Matt Mayhew, who's on the special teams. Got to the 35 is where they have marked it. 29-yard return by Morgan, who that time used the sideline, Merv, even though he caught it in the corner.
Like we talked about earlier, instead of working his way back into the middle of the field. Just make up those yards you've got down there, and I hope there's a hole when you get there.
So Kansas State, 1st down, 10 yards to go from their own 35-yard line. Trailing 31-14. They've never been behind like this year. Scobie is the single tailback. Beasley raises up, blitzes on, fires a pass. Lockett catches it, and I believe it is a reception at the 44. And it'll be a pickup of 9. Caught it in front of Michael Thompson, who had to leave his feet. So Lockett, after dropping 2 earlier, caught this one for a 9-yard pickup at the Kansas State 44.
His face. At least, the Sooners served him notice. They're not backing off.
Clock is running with 2:42 to go before halftime. Oklahoma leading 31-14. Lockett this time goes right, and Morgan comes left. That's Quincy Morgan, Garland, Texas. 2 wide receivers, 1 to both sides. Under center, Jonathan Beasley back to pass. He looks. He's still looking. Good protection. He'll try to run with it. He does, but he skids. He slides down as he'll lose a yard. Nobody open. Good protection that time.
Good protection. We didn't have anybody out in the contained position on the Sooners' left side, but the inside people were able to recover and really made some good plays.
Hero every day. Beef's key nutrients, a balanced diet, and healthy lifestyle can give you a lot to go on. Beef, It's what's for dinner. I formation, 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak, and they stick him at the line of scrimmage at the 44. And let's see, the Sooners are saying that he's down, and I think he is.
Umpire signaled down.
And meanwhile, the Sooners run downfield and catch him. Michael Thompson has caught Beasley, but he was down, but they may give him the first down. It was from the 44, and it was a 3rd and a yard to go. And the official is going to say something to us here, I believe. Turns on his microphone, or is he? It is first down. That's what he's signaling. They stopped his forward progress. The whistle blew, but he may never have been down. That's what the crowd is reacting to on the Sony replay. And let's go down to Mark Matthew. Mark?
Well, Bob, obviously the crowd cannot hear the whistle blow. I mean, this is one of the loudest stadiums in the Big 12, and the whistle probably sounded, and everybody heard it except the fans here.
45 in K-State territory with 1:38 to go before halftime. 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right shotgun. Beasley back to pass, throws near side, caught by Morgan at the 45 in Oklahoma territory. Cowens throws him out of bounds in front of the K-State bench at about the 41-yard line. That is a pickup of 13 or 14 yards and a first down for K-State, and it stops the clock with 1:27 to go before halftime.
Play that hurt there, the cornerback missed the tackle on the reception. He could have kept it from being a first down and also kept that clock running, Bob, right there. He missed him, and it would have been less than a first down had he gotten him down.
So the gain from the 45 in Sooner territory, or rather in Kansas State territory, down to the Oklahoma 41-yard line. 9th first down for K-State. The no huddle, they call the play at the line of scrimmage, and OU calls a timeout here. We'll keep it here, but I do want to remind you of a couple of things. When in Tulsa, stay at the finest hotel, Doubletree Hotel at Warren Place. Ask for the Sooner Sports Package, a deluxe room and delicious breakfast for 2 for only $69. A great Sooner deal. Well, Merv, how do you analyze things with 1:27 to go before halftime? Seems it would be very important to keep them out of the end zone, obviously, but even away from a field goal would help.
Field goal would help immensely. This is scary right here, and it's big in the realm of the ball game. If the Sooners could take this lead in at the halftime, it would be so much different than going in with Kansas State getting another touchdown. Certainly, they've got a couple of timeouts left. They've got a long-range arsenal offensively. There's plenty of opportunity for them to get the ball in the end zone. Sooners have got to just really play well in the secondary, coverage-wise, not give them the easy one, and hope that somebody can break free and maybe get a sack here.
Hey, conference fans, be sure to check out the Big 12 Showcase, a weekly feature on Fox Sports Net. The Showcase contains highlights, features, and the Big 12 buzz. The Showcase visits a different Big 12 campus or championship site every week, giving you updates on the league's 21 sports. Check your Fox Sports local listings for time for the Showcase. This message provided by the Big 12 Conference. 9-yard punt return or kickoff return by Morgan at the 35 in K-State territory. Empty backfield. Beasley there by himself. And he gets the direct snap, and he's back to pass. He lobs a short screen pass.
They called it.
Gets called. It's thrown, rather, as he gets the pass on the short game. To the
put a half Nelson on Corey Klein.
They held Corey Klein. He still came back and made the tackle, but it'll be holding against Kansas State is the signal there. Merv, you spotted that right away.
Oh, sure did. They grabbed him and pulled him over on his back. You couldn't have done better in a wrestling match. Corey is one of those high-energy guys. I tell you, he doesn't stay on the ground long. He's really a good young player.
On the offense, 10 yards from the previous spot, repeat first down.
Because the ball was caught beyond the line of scrimmage, the previous spot, and that'll move it back to the Kansas State 49. So it's the 6th penalty for 47 yards, and bring up a 1st and 20. 9 is where they currently have it with Kansas State 49. They need to go to the Oklahoma 31 for the first down. So that would be 20. Right about 20 yards to go. And K-State will have one running back to the left, David Allen of Beasley, who's in the shotgun. There's a low snap. 4-man rush. Beasley retreating way back inside his 40. All kinds of time. Throws a pass upfield, and it's incomplete. And perfectly timed hit by Oklahoma's Ante Jones on the receiver, or the intended receiver anyway. Martez Wesley, incomplete pass, brings up 2nd and 20. Beasley is 4 of 12, 58 yards, and compare that to Josh Heupel, who is having a tremendous day, 12 of 15 for 116 yards and a touchdown. He ran for a touchdown.
Not a lot of pressure there. Beasley, as we put a lot of pressure on the defensive backs, so certainly the front didn't get much of a rush on him then, Bob. We need a little bit more people in his face if we can get it.
Down play and long. Sooners rushing 3 now. They blitz. Safety blitz. Little short screen pass is caught by Allen at the 45. Gets away from one tackler and then is tackled at the Oklahoma 46-yard line. So the Sooners recovered well, and the pass did not gain all that much from the line of scrimmage, only about 5 or 6 yards.
Did him to turn him back into the rest of the defense.
Timeout. Their first timeout of this half.
Timeout K-State, as you heard the official tell us. Corey Klein is from Tulsa Union, All-State there, and University Studies his major, 19-6-1-270, and he was on the Big 12 honor roll, so he's a good student as well as a great player.
He is. He reminds me an awful lot of Kelly Gregg in the way that he plays.
We're seeing a replay, and we see him force the runner inside, David Allen, right into Callens, who made the tackle.
He's one of those high-energy guys. A lot of big guys are not, that geared up and such play with such emotion and energy. And he is, you love that in a lineman.
Bar S Jumbo and 1-pound hot dogs are the #1 selling hot dog in the USA. So if you're hungry, get Bar S all-beef hot dogs in Memorial Stadium in Norman or your local grocer. Bar S at Oklahoma Beef. It's what's for dinner. Well, we have 51 ticks of the clock before halftime. Oklahoma leads at 31-14. And what started off as somewhat of a defensive struggle has turned into a pretty good offensive show for the Sooners as Oklahoma leads at Merv by 17 points here in the second quarter, which I think everyone would have taken that before the game started.
Oh, no question. This is a big 31 seconds. If the Sooners can protect that lead.
51 seconds.
Or whatever it is, Bob. Yeah, 51. I'm looking. What am I looking at? Oh, that's the Sooners score. Okay.
We like that score, too.
Yeah.
All right, from the Oklahoma 45, third down play. Need to go to the 31 for the first down. About 14 yards to go. Shotgun. Jonathan Beasley back. 4-man rush. Ante charges him. Pass is thrown. It's incomplete off the fingertips of the intended receiver at the 35-yard line, and that is Aaron Lockett. So it's a fourth down play from Kansas State's 49-yard line. I mean, Oklahoma's. What am I looking at there? Now I'm looking at the wrong thing.
You're looking through my eyes now, Bob.
A 45 in Oklahoma territory. There we go. Yeah, and the punt team comes on the field.
I think they've got a punt right here. They couldn't take a chance of giving the Sooners the ball at midfield.
Not with 2 timeouts and
right.
Heupel, the quarterback. Still, with long yardage to go.
They've got their regular defensive people in there. They're
low snap. The kicker, Brown, puts a toe into it, indeed, and Thatcher just watch it sail to the goal line and into the end zone, I believe. Yes, it is a touchback, and ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line, so it's a 45-yard punt. And the Sooners, nice defense there, still leading by 17, 31-14, with 37 seconds to go before halftime. And Oklahoma probably will just run out the time here, or at least attempt to, we would think, before the half.
Do they have one?
They both have 2 left, actually. We just
Goodness gracious. Well, no, I thought they called 2 timeouts right there during the series of that drive.
Well, okay, we're set to go. Sooners come out from their huddle and they'll start from their own 20. Savage is going to play center field. They're going to just touch a knee, it looks to me like. And Heupel retreats back to the 17 and puts the knee down. And the clock running. Let's see if K-State calls one of their 2 timeouts. If not, the Sooners can easily run out the time here. So they now 21 seconds as they reset the clock. And everybody's looking at each other saying no one's going to call a timeout, so they're going to let it stand right there. And that's a good place for it to stand for Oklahoma because the Sooners won the first half anyway of this big battle here in Manhattan, Kansas. As the clock runs down, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And there is the end of the first half. Oklahoma leads at halftime over Kansas State 31-14. 31-14 is our halftime score. Our Dodge halftime highlights coming up. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. And Merv Johnson's keys to the second half brought to you by Southwestern Bell. Merv?
I think the Sooners offensively got to keep doing what they've been doing, and defensively keep doing what they've been doing. I think that for Kansas State, it would help them to maybe establish the run a little bit more. I think it would add to their passing game. I would expect that to be the plan, and I still think, Bob, that everything else going somewhat like the first half, that the kicking game is going to be a huge factor in this half.
But what about the running game for K-State? Sooners really had never have stopped that yet.
No, that's why I think Coach Snyder is going to come in, he and his staff, and say, we've got to run the football more, and that in turn will enable us to pass it more effectively. They got in mode there in 3 or 4 possessions where they threw almost every snap. Of course, they're running out of time on their last possession, but they have looked good rushing the football, and certainly if they pin the Sooners down with that, then they're going to have an opportunity to throw.
Keys to the game, second half, brought to you by Southwestern Bell. We're about set to go as Tim Duncan will kick off from right to left. And back to receive, K-State's Aaron Lockett, the deepest man. Morgan to his right, and Claiborne to his left. Quickly down to Mark Matthew for a look at the weather. What's happening down there, Mark?
Well, it's cloudy out here, Bob, but the wind has picked up from the south to the north. So Kansas State right now going into the wind.
Okay, here we go. Start of the second half. Sooners leading 31-14. Tim Duncan approaches the ball and booms it downfield. And that sails 8 yards deep in the end zone. Lockett will return. Now he decides to return it. And the up man says, I don't think I'd do that if I were you. That's Chris Claiborne says stop, so he does. The ball will be run out to the 20-yard line where Kansas State will have first down and 10 yards to go.
Those great return guys hate not to return it, don't they? They hate the fair catch, and they hate to stay in the end zone.
Their own 38, their own 20, their own 20, the Oklahoma 20, their own 16, and their own 35 in the first half. David Allen is the tailback. Lezatich is the fullback. And Aaron Lockett is in the slot left. Morgan also wide left. And the tight end on the right side is Shad Meyer. First and 10 from the 20. Jonathan Beasley, the quarterback. And Beasley on the draw play gives it off to David Allen, the left side. Nice one-on-one tackle after a 2-yard pickup. Derek Strait makes a great catch from Austin Lanier, but we did have a flag. It looked like the Sooners were offside.
The flag was awfully late, but I think that's what he's calling.
Let's see.
Was it? Okay, I didn't see the one down here.
Defense.
That's what we speculated. Corey Callens jumped offside, and it's moved out to the 25. Be first and 5 for the Kansas State Wildcats to start the second half. We started the game with Kansas State in motion.
On the defense,
so we have started both halves with a penalty.
Still first down.
Defense needs a great series right here, Bob.
From the 25-yard line, Lezatich and Allen in the eye behind Jonathan Beasley. Morgan left, and wide to the right is Lockett. First and 5 from the K-State 25. The straight eye here. Again, Sooners jumping, and Beasley on a quarterback keeper really smashed after he gets a yard or two. I do see a flag on that. I think the Sooners might have been off again, offside. Ryan Fisher jumped. So they may be changing the cadence there or something. They're drawing the Sooners off.
Looks like they're trying to slow them down a little bit and, get into their heads just a little bit here.
Offside, defense, 5 yards in the previous spot, first down.
So 2 penalties have given Kansas State their 10th first down. Oklahoma has 11 in the game, and the ball is out to the 30-yard line. On Oklahoma, K-State has first and 10 from their own 30. 2 wide receivers left, tight end on the right. Now he shifts over to the right side. K-State in the I formation. Never had a play from scrimmage yet. 2 penalties is all we've had. Man in motion is Lockett from left to right. Beasley turns, gives the ball off to Allen, looks for a hole over the right tackle spot, gets a couple of yards, and then is brought down. Somebody lost a shoe. That was Derek Strait. Kalmus on the tackle, and the gain of about 2 yards, 2 or 3. Let's see where he spots it down at the 33-yard line. Gave him 3. 7 for Kansas State from their own 33. Sooners leading 31-14. We are just underway in the third period. No huddle here. Lezatich and Allen in the eye behind Jonathan Beasley from the 33. Beasley, 3-step drop. Looks quick pass, underthrown. Did he catch it? And he says nope. It skipped, and so it's incomplete. Quincy Morgan was the lad for whom the pass was intended. Third down and 7 from the Kansas State 33.
There, a 3-step drop. There was nobody in his face. Just dropped it in there a little too low.
Sooners make a couple of substitutions, expecting pass on this 3rd down 7 from the 33. 2 wide receivers left and 1 to the right. That's David Allen comes wide right. He'll be covered by Derek Strait. And the play is being changed by Jonathan Beasley. 1 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. They're waiting for the snap from the shotgun. Sooners bring some players. Here's a quick pass over the middle. Ante Jones hits the receiver immediately short of the 1st down. David Allen made the catch at the 36, and Ante Jones really whacked him and knocked him down a 4-yard pickup, but that's shy of the 1st down by 3, and that'll bring up punting situation. Good defensive series there.
It really was. Defensive end on the right side, come in there about so far, and then out of his respect for Beasley's scrambling ability, just stop. It's tough. It's really tough on those people rushing the passer.
So K-State just shy of their own 38-yard line in a 4th down play. Travis Brown back to punt the ball. He punted 4 times in the first half. Gets a nice high kick. Fair catch signal for by J.T. Thatcher at the Oklahoma 20. A 43-yard punt, no return. And the Sooners have their hands on the football for the first time in the second half, still with their 17-point lead with a couple of minutes gone in the 3rd period here. 31-14 Oklahoma. Leading Bank of Oklahoma is proud to support the Sooners. Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores are proud to be a part of Sooner football. Score big with real ice cream shakes and sundaes, fresh squeezed lemonades, or old-fashioned burgers from Brahms. Officially, it will be the 21-yard line is where the ball is in Oklahoma territory. 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Sooners in their first possession of the 3rd period. Quentin Griffin to the left of Heupel is in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left, no tight end. You have to Griffin on the draw play, looks for a hole, can't find it. Nice play as he tried to go back to his left after going right initially. And defensive end Chris Johnson from Chickasha, Oklahoma, by the way, 3-year letterman All-State in high school, social science major, 23, 6'1", 255 brought him down. Lost a yard back to the 20. Bring up 2nd down 11 for Oklahoma from their own 20-yard line.
They just about make you throw the football, Bob. They put so many people up there that you just can't get a blocker on everybody.
Josh Norman, who was in for that play, leaves the game. Sooners with the shotgun on a 2nd down 11 from their own 20. Heupel has running back on either side of him. The blitz is on. Heupel's back to pass. He throws up the middle. It's caught by Fagan at the 30-yard line. Then he drops it, and it's an incomplete pass. Said he never had possession. Good hit put on by Demetrius Butler, the left cornerback from Dallas, Texas Carter. He had it in his hands, but he couldn't quite hold on after he was hit. That's Curtis Fagan, who's from Houston, Texas. So now the Sooners face a 3rd and 11 from their own 20-yard line. On the Sony Vision, looked as though he was juggling it, never did have it. We check that Sony Vision just to report to you what we see when the second time around. Josh Norman in the lineup. Now 2 wide receivers to both sides on a 3rd and 11 from the Oklahoma 20. 2 of 6 on 3rd down. Blitz is on. Little shovel pass is caught at the 17 to the 20, 25, 30. 1st down at the 32-yard line, it appears. Boy, that was close, but Heupel quickly with the shovel pass. Quentin Griffin, who was turned on the speed at the 25 and got up across the 30 to the 32, and I think they have a 1st down right there. Wow, what a great call and a great execution as players were coming from everywhere. I'm amazed that Heupel's able to maintain his composure in a deal like that.
I think he could have done that with his right hand, and what a great effort by Griffin just to take off and get the 1st down.
From the 32, 1st and 10 Sooners at their own 32 after the pickup there. Heupel from the shotgun, quick spot pass. It's caught and down immediately at the 37, and that was Trent Smith. Threw it behind him, but he got it on a tough reception. Quick spot pass, and the gain goes from the 32. They have yet to spot the ball. Let's call it to the 37, probably is where they'll officially call it. 2nd down play and about 5 yards to go. Well, the Sooners leading 31-17 in the 3rd period. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Actually 2 to the right now. Trent Smith stands up at the tight end there and split out. Griffin to the right of Heupel from the 37 in Sooner territory. The blitz is on. Safety blitz. Quick pass. Caught at the 33 by Griffin. 35 to the 40. Close to the 1st down at the 42-yard line. And Heupel on the seat of his pants got hit by the blitzing free safety John McGraw. He came untouched, but Heupel got the pass away, and they burned him on the blitz, and the 1st down at the 42-yard line.
Right there, Bob. Of course, they had the protection outnumbered, but he was willing to give up his running back as a blocker so that he could hit him quick, and it's great execution by Josh again.
13th 1st down, 2nd in this drive. The ball at the 42 in Sooner territory. Luttrell is in the lineup now in place of Quentin Griffin. The ball at the 42 from the shotgun. Heupel. Shotgun, well, actually end around, reverse to Fagan. He's at the 40. He's at the 45-50, 45-40, down the sideline and out of bounds. And they have a flag down at the 43-yard line in Sooner territory. May have caused call a blocking below the knees there. Curtis Fagan on the reverse that worked so well in the Texas game. And he was hit hard on the sideline, too, and he'll come out of there. He's not injured. He's trotting off the field. But, man, he was hit hard. The linesman talking with the referee, and blocking below the waist is the call in Oklahoma at the 43-yard line.
That's a killer, Bob. That's a killer.
Well, we're going to see a replay of it here on the Sony Vision, and let's see what the block was. I think it was on, they blocked Mario Fotofehi, and then he was really hit hard. Gerard Cooper.
I think it's a poor call, Bob, because you can block below the waist in the area of the where the linemen line up. It wasn't a wide receiver coming in from a flank position and blocking below the waist on a guy that's vulnerable.
Coach Stoops is quite upset on the far side.
I think that's a terrible call.
Block below the waist on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the fall.
So the 7th penalty for 40 yards. They puts the ball back inside the 30. Cost them 40 yards of field position, that call did. With 10:51 to go third period, Oklahoma leading 31-14. The ball is at the 30-yard line. Actually calling it officially the 29-yard line. Need to go to the Kansas State 48. Now the four officials are having a discussion.
Correction. The illegal block is a 15-yard penalty, not administered as a 10. 15 yards from the spot.
So now they move it back another 5 yards, back to the 24.
That tell you anything, Bob?
Yeah, they're doing a real good job out there, the officials are. It'll be 28 yards to go on a first down play. Boy, instead of having the ball in K-State territory, back at their own 24, that's just really a severe penalty. Formation, 2 wide receivers to both sides. Josh Heupel back to pass, rolled out of the pocket, little short pass, underthrown and incomplete, intended for Griffin. He just sort of threw that over the middle and incomplete.
That was the little flip pass again right there, and some defender had jumped on Griffin and had it covered, and Josh had to pull the ball down and then just try to salvage a no gain. 28 from the 24-yard line in Sooner territory. 31-14 the Sooners lead, which was their halftime margin. They got a couple of first downs in this drive, but the big penalty on the reverse really hurt, and the Sooners now trying to pick up some yardage. Heupel gets the shotgun snap, throws a pass, caught by Griffin behind the line, tries to turn on the speed and barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, plus a yard maybe. Warren Lott ran him down. Warren, a transfer from the military academy in Georgia, came in this year, 23, 6'3", and 230, makes the stop at the 26-yard line, so a gain of 2, and it brings up 3rd and 26 from the Oklahoma 26. Griffin's 5th reception of the day there, out of the backfield for 49 yards. 3rd down play coming up. And Heupel in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to both sides. Obviously a passing situation here. 6 guys on the line of scrimmage for the Wildcats. Heupel changing the play. He wants to talk it over. So he calls a timeout, and we'll take a timeout. 9:46 to go third period. Oklahoma 31, Kansas State 14. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network.
About that penalty with that push or block too low or something like that. Merv, I think, really had it diagrammed because there was nobody else over in the area. And a very questionable call. Bob Stoops talked to the side judge over here, and obviously he wasn't the one who called it. So no reversal of decision on that one.
From the 26, 3rd and 26 for Oklahoma at their own 26. 2 wide receivers to both sides. 9:46 to go in the 3rd period. Heupel, good protection. Looks to his right, throws a pass. Caught at 27, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, 45, 50, breaks free. He may go all the way. 30, 25, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Antoine Savage. No flags, believe it or not. He broke 2 tackles and all of a sudden was free up the sideline on a 3rd and 26. From the 26, he goes 74 yards for the touchdown. his third touchdown of the year. How about that, Merv?
I'm speechless, Bob. You came to me at a bad time. What a big play. 3rd and 20 forever, and make a first down and a touchdown. That puts a whole spin on the game now.
Sooners with 9:30 to go in the third period. Tim Duncan trying to add the extra point at the north end zone. Waiting for the snap. It's down. The kick is in the air, and it's good. And we have a timeout, and the Sooners are up their lead to 38-14 with 9:30 to go in the third period. That was a drive of 79 yards and 8 plays, overcoming a severe penalty with a 74-yard pass and mostly run to Antoine Savage. Merv, have you settled down to talk about it?
You bet. Get the ball in the hands of your big play players and let them work. And there again, you play a lot of man-to-man coverage, man underneath, and that sort of thing. Somebody misses a tackle or gets caught in a jam. Sometimes it springs a guy free, and Savage came out of the pack running then, didn't he?
He did, and today's attendance, 53,011, sets a new KSU Stadium record. Previous best was last year Kansas game, as we mentioned. So huge crowd on hand. And the Sooner fans here, they are numerous.
The thing is that perhaps the thing we have kind of feared, they would go more to a running attack, and time, begins to make that a little less likely, Bob. They may have to put it in the air a little bit more.
And he kicked it in the end. Cameraman again, they're having to watch out down there as Duncan really knocks it out of the end zone.
I think it's hit him in the head both times, Bob. He's okay.
They will go on defense and try to stop this K-State team. Oklahoma has 14 first downs. I believe that you'd call a 74-yard pass a first down. And, we got to regain composure here after that big play. Antoine Savage, what a play.
Keep any gains they make to short gains. We can't let them go over the top for an easy one.
Okay, Jonathan Beasley with Lesitich and Allen in the eye. They may be changing the play. Kansas State from their own 20. 2 wide receivers left, tight end on the right side. Here's Jonathan Beasley on a pitch sweep to the right side of Allen. One man takes out the interference, and the Sooners don't catch up to Allen until he has the first down up at the 32-yard line. Well, they ran that pitch sweep beautifully. Nice block by Lesitich, but he is a little bit shaken up on the play. Sure is maybe got his hamstring. He's limping out on the far side, and here's Brandon Everidge replacing him.
Kalmus is the guy that had a chance on the play, and they cut him down. A couple of them did, and it opened up. Thank goodness they only got about 10 yards.
Got 12 yards on the carry from the Kansas State 20 to the 32. Where's their 11th first down? Cartwright now at fullback for K-State. As we said, Lesitich will shaken up. Here's the option play right. Beasley carrying it. He'll pitch late at the boundary line, maybe got a yard. That was to the short side of the field. Rocky Kalmus made Allen remember that one, and a yard pickup from the 32 to the 33. He stops the clock with 9:14 left to go in the third period. Sooners leading 38-14. From the 33, KSU second down and 9. 2 wide receivers left, tight end right, I formation. Fake to Cartwright. Handoff goes to Allen over the left side. Rocky Kalmus ends the play with plenty of help across the 35. Brandon Everidge at the initial hit, I believe. It ends at the 37. Pick up a 4 and bring up a third down play, needing to go from the 37 to the 42. 3rd and 5. Wesley, a wide receiver from Kansas City, Schlegel. He replaces Allen, so it'll be an extra receiver in there. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right and a tight end on the right. They are 1 of 7 third down conversions. Shotgun formation from the Kansas State 37-yard line. They're changing the play. Jonathan Beasley waits the snap. It goes back to quarterback draw. He runs over the right side. He's hit at the 41 and tries to lean forward. Don't think he got it. The spot they're going to make appears to be a yard shy, but they may go for it here. Trailing like they are, 38-14.
I think they have to, Bob.
Ball ends up at the 41. Needed to go to the 42. And they will call the chain in from the far side. Play ended sort of on the near side. 1 15-minute phone call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative. The chain is stretched, and it's a yard shy. But we'll see. Kansas State, I'm sure, will go for it, and that's what the indication is, as Beasley stays in the lineup. Now, this is a dangerous call here, because K-State trailing 38-14 with a quarterback like Beasley could do anything from throwing a long pass to him trying to run with it.
I think probably you're going to get a sneak or an option, Bob.
Scobie is in at the tailback now. Scobie from Del City, playing for K-State, transferred from NEO. Tight end is Meyer. He's gone all the way. Nick Warren has played a little bit there when they had the double tight end, but Meyer in there now. And now the referee sets the ball in play. 8:17 to go, third period. 38-14 Sooners lead. And wide receivers left and right on a stacked eye. Now, but here we go. Fourth down yard. Beasley over right tackle. Looks like he may have it, and I believe he does, as the head linesman comes in from the far side, will mark the ball. He just followed his center, Randall Cummins from Cedar Hill, Texas, 22-6'3" and 285 over the right side, and probably got the first down there. Kansas State, I don't even think we'll need to measure this. Corey Klein buried on the bottom, and it sure enough is a first down. So Kansas State continues this drive, which began at their 20, but that's what you want is in Merv for them to use up time, and time becomes a factor in the fourth period, not here in the third, but it's good to see him use up time,
You bet.
no matter what the period. On 1st and 10 K-State. Cartwright is the fullback. Behind him is Scobie, the tailback from the Kansas State 42. Sooners showing blitz. Jonathan Beasley hands the ball off to Scobie. He's twisted down on a nice tackle by Torrance Marshall. Torrance Marshall from Boonville, Missouri. 23 and 6'2 and 247, the middle linebacker. Good play, no gain, 2nd and 10.
And that was Ante whizzing by there as he went down. He was, I think, hoping he wouldn't tackle him so he could grill him.
Ante does like to hit. Double tight end now. Nick Warren, we spoke about a moment ago, is in a tight end left. Meyer tight end right, no fullback. Jonathan Beasley has one wide receiver to both sides. And the Sooners blitz. Beasley back, quick spot pass, underthrown at the 50, may have been caught. Let's see, the official, I believe, will mark it a completion at the 50. And it'll be a 3rd and 2 for Kansas State at the midfield stripe. Quincy Morgan makes his catch. I think only his second catch of the day, I believe. He is their leading receiver coming in. Oklahoma leads it 38-14, 6:57 to go, third period. Here's Cartwright, the fullback, back in the lineup.
This is a situation I worry about more than the fourth and real short, Bob. He's got 3rd and 2. It could be a multitude of things here as a play.
Ball's team in the I formation.
Maybe that weak side option if they're...
Scobie is the tailback. Waiting for the exchange from there. Here's the option play. Beasley keeps it. He goes to his right, got some yardage. He'll have the first down at the 46 in Sooner territory. Ramon Richardson grabbed him around the jersey and brought him down. Boy, he almost broke free there. And the gain of about 4 gives it 1st and 10 at the Sooner 46 on the territory. Their 3rd first down of this drive and their 13th in the game. Oklahoma leading it 38-14.
Well, it's been a long time since we played a quarterback. It makes you hold your breath every play like this guy does, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
You know, Kansas had a guy that could throw it downfield and was fast, but this man's got a method to his madness when he starts scrambling and moving around there. He can make a lot of things happen.
2 wide receivers right. Tight end goes tight end left. 1st and 10. Beasley fakes the handoff. Good time to throw. Fires a long pass deep. Has a man caught and out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Quincy Morgan upset with himself that he ran out of bounds when he made the catch at the 16. His momentum carried him out of bounds. Long gain at first down as Michael Thompson was there, but really the momentum of the catch drove him out of bounds.
I don't know what happened to our left end over here. There's never anybody showed up from the left side to get any kind of pressure on the quarterback, and then the corner was way too far off Morgan.
30-yard pass to Morgan. Excuse me, Merv.
No, that's easy to do with Morgan's deep threat ability.
So their 4th first down in this drive, which began at their own 20. The ball is at the Center 16. Morgan and Lockett wide left. Scobie the tailback. Cartwright the fullback. Jonathan Beasley fakes the handoff again. He's being rushed. He throws a pass in the end zone, and it's tipped away by Derek Strait. Almost intercepted. Pass intended for Lockett. Lockett's only 5'7". Derek Strait stands at 5'11". That's not too much, though, but he went real high to tip it away from Lockett.
I saw him show up. I was just hoping he could come down with it.
Beasley threw a pass very high and tipped away from Lockett as it went awry, and it's 2nd down 10 for K-State at the Oklahoma 16. Thatcher not in the lineup right now because of the dehydration bit. 10th play of the drive here from the Oklahoma 16. I formation. Scobie at the top of the I. Beasley fakes to Scobie. Beasley will run with it. Has one man to beat, and he doesn't beat him. That's great play by Derek Strait, who came in from his cornerback spot on the left side and stood his ground and wouldn't let Beasley fake him out and loses 5 yards. Beasley does from the 16 back to the 21. That was a great defensive play.
Well, it really was. I don't quite know what he was doing at that position on the field. It looked like he might have been called to come on a blitz, and like some of the other Sooners have done, once Beasley pulls the ball down and starts scrambling around, you get scared to rush anymore. You start trying to hold your ground, hold your position, and hope that you can keep him contained.
K-State has put in Martez Wesley and pulled out their fullback. Shotgun formation. It is 15 yards to go on a third down. They're in 4-down territory, so let's see what happens here on third down from the 21. Beasley backs up, good protection, throws a pass, has a man, throws behind him. That was a bad pass, that's all there is to it. He was open. Morgan coming post route, and the pass sailed behind him, incomplete. 4th down from the Oklahoma 21 and 15 yards to go.
Wasn't that much pressure either. You would have expected a better pass.
Yeah, you just, it really was thrown very poorly, thrown behind him. And so the field goal unit on, and it will be Reams, who's All-American and Groza candidate. It'll be a 38-yard field goal attempt. And from this distance, check his field goal percentages when we get our statistics. Let's see, it's an angle to the right.
Bob.
Snap, the ball is down, the kick is in the air, it's long enough, and let's see if it goes through there. It does. It sails through the uprights. 38-yard field goal for Ream, and he was 6 of 6 from that distance, and he's now 10 of 11 on the year. So we have a timeout. The Sooner lead still stands, but it's now 38-17. Let's see what the Sooners do on this kickoff, Merv, after that drive, which consumed some time. 4:33 off the clock. 12 plays, 59 yards, but they got 3 instead of 7. That's the good news for the Sooners.
Well, it's good news for the Sooners, but I think that probably with a margin of score, K-State would have felt like they were going to have to score 4 more times, and one of them be a field goal. So, that wasn't too bad for them to accept that.
Kickoff. Thatcher waits for it at the 4, to the 5, to the center of the field of the 10, and he jumps over a pile and comes to rest at about the 21. So a good return. Really wasn't much there for him. 17-yard return. Sooner football brought to you by your propane dealer. Safe, clean, and dependable. You can always depend on propane and your propane dealer. Propane. Look for here, Merv, from the Sooners.
Well, I'm sure they'd like to keep that clock running. I wouldn't be surprised they might not come with some of their accessory plays, like the flip pass to Quentin. Maybe try to get it to him out of the backfield.
We looked at Thatcher as he was going off the field. He was limping pretty badly, J.T. Thatcher. All right, the Sooners will have Heupel under center. Crowd gets into it for K-State. Sooners have Griffin as their tailback, the only one behind. Man in motion from left to right. Heupel fakes the handoff to it, gives to Griffin, who goes to his right. Whoa, he's hit hard behind the line. That was the takeoff on the play that worked well against Texas last week. They faked the end around and gave to Griffin going to his right from the tailback, and it did not fool one Cliff Holloman from Wichita, Kansas, Northwest, 6'4", 275, really popped Griffin, and will also be yard of the 20-yard line. 2nd 11 for Oklahoma from their own 20.
Hard to get a body on everybody when they've got that many up there. Sooners are going to have to throw the football, I think, to move it, Bob. I don't think they've got any other choice.
Heupel in the shotgun with 4:13 to go third period. Heupel gets the snap. 4-man rush, throws up the middle. It's caught by Savage. Antoine Savage, but he had to leave his feet to make the catch at the 27 or 28-yard line. See where they give him to the 28. So an 8-yard pickup, but that brings up a 3rd down and 3.
There again, Norman will have a chance to work against a safety or linebacker a little bit more than your wide receivers do, Bob, and it just gives him a better chance to get a step or two on somebody. That's a big first down right there.
The ball is at the 36-yard line, so gain from the 28 to the 36. In Oklahoma's end of the field, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Norman's 4th reception for 65 yards. Under center is Heupel. Man in motion from right to left. Fake to him. Pitch to Griffin trying to sweep the right side, trying to get outside. Can't ever make the cut, and will be tackled again for a yard loss. It was Milton Proctor just stayed right with Griffin. Actually, there were 3 guys chasing him, and he never was able to make the cut around the right side.
Front for plays like that, even if they are fooled a little bit, they can recover and chase you down. They had 3 defenders out there. This team has got too much quickness and talent on defense to trick Bob.
Lost about a half yard, still called it 10 yards to go on a 2nd down play, a little more than 10. Heupel under center with now a man in motion from right to left. They give it to him this time. Savage sweeping around to the left side. He's up to the 45, and he's got a 1st down at the 49-yard line. Well, that time they ran the play that had worked so well against Texas, and he got all the way from the 36 to the 49, 13 yards picked up. Antoine Savage, who's made a couple of big plays today.
He's deceptive with his feet, isn't he? He doesn't look like he's running that fast. Great job by Franklin Romero, too, getting the corner for him so that he could get an edge and get turned upfield.
The ball ends up at the Oklahoma 49, and the Sooners get another first down. That's the key, and the clock keeps running. Actually, he was out of bounds, so it stops at 2:50 to go in third period. Oklahoma leading 38-17. They led at the halftime by a score of 31-14. Under center now, Heupel. There, just gets it off before the play clock's down. Griffin straight up the middle and just down to the 45-yard line. The last guy got him, and that was Milton Proctor from St. Louis Hazleton Central. He is the safety, 21-6-0 and 200. Nice block by Bertram. Quick hitter. That's one of the few of those type plays today. The gain was for 6 from the 49 in Sooner territory to the Kansas State 45, and it's second down play and 4 for Oklahoma.
Going to try to see if they can run for the first down. They've got 2 backs in here now.
Split backs behind Heupel, under center, and Anderson wide right. 2 wide receivers left. Heupel waits for the exchange from Bertram. Turns, gives the ball to Griffin. Tries to veer outside, does veer outside. Tackle in the backfield. Nice tackle in the backfield by Ben Lieber from Vermillion, South Dakota, just down the road from where Josh Heupel is from, by the way. And the loss goes from the 45 back to the 47. So it is a third down play and 6 for Oklahoma at the K-State 47. Under 2 minutes to go, third period.
It's a good thing about those quick hitters, Bob. Even if they got somebody on the edges they can't get a body on, it still gives the back a chance to run by people.
On the third down conversions, 4 of 9 for Oklahoma. Shotgun formation from the 47 in K-State territory. Blitz is on, and Heupel chased down the pocket, throws, underthrown, just as he was being pursued by Milton Proctor, a blitzing safety. But there was a man in the area intended for Mackey, so it was not intentional grounding, but it's fourth down play, and the Sooners will have to kick the ball away with a 1:23 on the clock in the third period. And so we have Ferguson in the game to kick. He kicked twice in the first half. This is his first punt of the second half. Aaron Lockett, the great punt returner's back, so the Sooners need to cover well on this.
They're going to send a bunch to...
Going to try to block this. Jeff Ferguson's done a great job punting for the Sooners. Oklahoma trying to get lined up on who to block.
They're a man short. They've got everybody deployed. Now they're pulling...
Everidge comes in to block. Ferguson gets the kick away, and Aaron Lockett lets it go over his head into the end zone. So a 47-yard punt under duress by Ferguson, and the Sooners will go on defense and K-State on the offense from their own 20. You can skip one loan payment every year. Call 1-888-MID-FIRST or stop by any location to learn more about Bankers Dozen Loans, Mid-First Bank, and Equal Housing Lender. 1:16 to go, third period. K-State with their third possession of the second half, and they start this time from their 20 as they did the last time. Well, they started all 3 times here in the third period from their own 20-yard line. Quincy Morgan now is a tailback. He's a receiver, and he gets the handoff, and he goes over the right side, and he's hit by Corey Cowens, but he gets 6 yards on the carry up to the 26-yard line. He's pretty quick up at tailback, and I don't think he's done that this year. This is a new little wrinkle for K-State today.
Bob, I'll give you a statistic. I was superstitious and didn't want to give it till now, but prior to that punt, the Sooners had scored 6 of 7 possessions.
Wow, that is amazing. All right, 3 wide receivers left from the 26 in K-State territory, 4 yards to go. Shotgun, Jonathan Beasley, Derek Strait. They're called for holding. Derek Strait was charging right toward Jonathan Beasley, and Chad Meyer held, and so it'll be a penalty on K-State. Corner blitz that time. Now they're going to wave the flag off, and so it's not going to be called.
The defender fought through the restriction, therefore no hold.
The defender fought through the restriction, therefore no hold. I've never heard that before in my life.
That is an absolute new one.
I've never heard of that call before in my entire life.
I didn't know there was such a rule. Or
if you hold and you fight through it, it's no.
Yeah, that makes no sense. You ought to hold every play.
3rd and 4. Again. Well, that was a big no call, I'll guarantee you. Sooners showing blitz. Here they come on Jonathan Beasley. Good, they pick it up. He throws it. Great defense as Roy Williams knocks the ball away from Shad Beyer, the tight end, just as the ball got there. The Sooners had good pressure as well. Ramon Richardson, good pressure, and K-State will be forced to punt. Coaches really made some great adjustments at the half. Kansas State's having a lot more trouble than they did the first half moving the ball.
Especially if they want to try to throw very much, Bob. Right. It looks like they've given them some real problems. If Roy could have picked that off in stride.
Travis Brown back to punt the ball. Mackey is deep. Damian Mackey comes up to take the ball. He fumbles it. K-State's on it. Now and let's see. K-State was on it, and then the Sooners were fighting for it in the pile. Wow. Damian Mackey in place of Thatcher. The punt was one where he had to run up full blast. And Ante Jones is signaling the Sooners got it. About a 31-yard punt, and oh, boy, nervous here. Oh, the Sooners. Damian Mackey got his punt back. I didn't mean to call that so quickly, but it looked like K-State had jumped on it. It was on the ground, and I don't know what happened in that pile, but Mackey ended up with it. So the Sooners get the ball.
Well, his own man ran right into him.
That's right, he did. That's what caused him to fumble it. I don't know how he got that ball back in looking at the replay.
You talk about big plays, Bob.
Yeah. So it's at the 44-yard line in Oklahoma's end of the field, and it's first down and 10 yards to go, and 25 seconds to go before the end of quarter number 3. Sooners going right to left. One wide receiver right, no tight end. Quentin Griffin gets the handoff, looking for somewhere to run. Nothing there. Loss on the play. 3 consecutive times on first down the Sooners have run, and 3 consecutive times Griffin's been thrown for a loss. It was Cliff Holloman who makes the stop, and that's going to be the last play, I believe, of the third quarter as the clock is running down and the Sooners are going over the side. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. And there's the end of the third quarter. Oklahoma 38, Kansas State 17, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. 2 for the Sooners, 107 for K-State. Total yards, 317 Oklahoma, 231 K-State. 1 turnover for Kansas State, none for the Sooners. That's a key. Griffin, 13 carries, 32 yards and a touchdown. Passing, Heupel, 19 of 25 and 2 TDs. Beasley, 8 of 22 and 107 yards and 1 interception. Ball at the 42 as the Sooners now going north to south, and it's second down, 12 yards to go. Heupel has 3 wide receivers right and 1 to the left. No tight end. Griffin to his left. Under center is Josh Heupel. They're showing blitz. Makes the handoff. Heupel runs left and is tackled way back at the 32-yard line. That did not fool Kansas State. Chris Johnson chased him down from the defensive end, but a couple of other guys were there as well. Kind of a bootleg type play, Merv. 22 yards to go on a third down play at the Oklahoma 32.
They are blitzing almost every play, Bob, and when you do, typically you run your backers or safeties through the gaps, and you take your ends and run them straight up the field to make sure that they don't get outside of you with a runner or some kind of a pass, and obviously that play ran right into it.
So it's third and very long, 22 yards to go from the 32. Heupel's back to pass. He'll run with it. Cuts upfield 35, and he slides at the 38-yard line. He just wanted to get out upfield as far as he could, and then that gives Jeff Ferguson a better chance to get the ball downfield. The ball is at the 37 is where they marked it, a 5-yard pickup on that run by Heupel. So it's 18 yards to go on a fourth down play. Clock is running, and it's 13:56 to go in the fourth period. And back to receive is that guy again, Aaron Lockett.
Heard last time.
All right, Oklahoma has done a great job protecting their punter all year. Let's see what happens here. Snap is low and fumbled. Ferguson gets it, kicks the ball, and it's not a long kick. It's taken by Lockett at the 22. Ante Jones chasing. Lockett far side. Lehman gets him. Teddy Lehman chased him down. Showed great speed. Got him down at the 28-yard line. That's a big play there.
It really was.
Well, the situation is this. Fourth quarter is underway, and we have 13:30 to go. The ball is at the 28 in Kansas State's end of the field, and Kansas State in possession. Here with a double tight end, Nick Warren. He's a redshirt junior, 6'7", 255 from Eudora, Kansas, at one tight end. Chad Meyer from Pittsburgh, Kansas. And the single back is the fullback, Rock Cartwright. Lazatich has not returned since being shaken up earlier. Shotgun formation, first down. Beasley will quarterback draw, and Ante Jones comes in from the left side and gets him after a pickup of 2 or 3 yards. Looked like Beasley had some good running room, but coming in from the side was Ante Jones. Pickup of 3 from the 28 to the 31.
Corey Callens made him also cut back into Ante. He early on had a move out to his left that forced Beasley to step back to his left and presented the opportunity for Ante.
That's Martez Wesley and Aaron Lockett at the left side. Tight end Meyer on the left. K-State going without a huddle. Oklahoma is showing blitz. Beasley raised up. Quick spot pass is caught at the 35. 40, breaks free. 45-50, 45-40, 35-30. Morgan being chased to 25, 20, 15. He'll score. And Kansas State breaks the big play on the Sooners. And Brandon Everidge may have sprained his ankle. So there is a big play that K-State needed. That's 69 yards on a pass play, much like the Oklahoma score when they scored down the far sideline. You'll remember, 74-yard pass to Antoine Savage. That play goes long distance as the tackle was missed on the sideline.
They blitz the corner. The safety, Thatcher's got to get over and top, and if he allows a catch, he's got to make a sure tackle for a gain of 6 or 7 yards. He missed it.
Here's the extra point, the north end zone. It goes through by Ream, so K-State has cut their deficit to 14 points behind. Well, that's exactly what the Sooners did not need, was something that took 51 seconds to score. 72 yards in 2 plays. The big play, of course, the 69-yard pass to Quincy Morgan. And for Quincy Morgan, the leading receiver, that's his 9th touchdown of the year, and the first in the game today here. Kicking off is Jamie Ream. And it's 12:39 to go, 4th period, 38-24, Sooners on top. Here's Ream's kick. Booms it downfield. Mackey at the 6 to the 10. Damian Mackey to the 15, left at the 20. Gets in a pile and is brought down at the 22. Terrence Newman, defensive back. And now we have a flag, late flag.
5-4.
And let's see what that's all about. Mark, let's go down to you. Mark Matthew, have the idea?
Well, I don't, Bob. It came certainly well after the play, and now personal foul called against Kansas State. So it's going to be a personal foul and 15 probably.
Well, that hurts K-State, gives the Sooners good or better field position at this point.
Dead ball, personal foul on Kansas State, 15 yards from the spot of the foul, from the end of the run.
So that moves the ball all the way up to the 37-yard line. And Oklahoma has great field position there. 17th first down. All right, the Sooners now, with 12 and a half minutes to go, 4th period, have the lead of 14 points, 38-24. Savage in motion. Heupel's back to pass. He throws. It's Savage making a great catch at the 37-yard line, or beg your pardon, 43-yard line, maybe even the 44. He had to leave his feet to make the catch. And so that'll be a 7-yard pickup to the 44 and bring up a second down play and 3 from the Oklahoma 44.
First, Bob.
Well, you have a feeling that Heupel is sort of aiming the ball even more, to make sure you don't make a mistake here. Yeah. That's the feeling I get. I don't know whether that's true or not. From the 44 in Oklahoma territory, second down play, need to go to the 47. That's the first time in 4 series they've gone with a pass on first down. Here is the full blitz. Heupel sacked, had nowhere to go. As coming in was John McGraw, the safety, and gets Heupel back at the 27-yard line. Wow, that's a loss from the 44. Let's see, they'll give it up to 32, though. That's where they're marking the backward progress, if you will. 12-yard loss, and it will bring up a 3rd down play, needing to go from the 32 to the 47.
It's the defensive end is watching for a running back to cross his face. The end, number 44, Beisel, saw Quentin, and he just rolled off with him. Josh had no place to throw.
Third down play in 15 with 11:21 on the clock running to go in the fourth period. Four-man rush. Heupel chased out of the pocket, will run with the ball and gets nowhere. Weisel got him back at the 27, so that's another loss. The Sooners just doing nothing offensively and going the wrong way, as a matter of fact, and so 3 and out. This is the second time in a row they've gone 3 and out here in the second half. The momentum is just shifting way over to K-State, and you don't know how to stop it today against Heupel. Only been sacked 6 times all year coming in. All right, Jeff Ferguson is back to punt the ball with 10:42 to go in the fourth period. Ben Painter is the deep snapper. It's there, and the kick is blocked, and it's a touchdown for K-State as it's picked up by Terrence Newman, and he runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. K-State blocks the punt and runs it in for the touchdown, and K-State is now 7 points down with 10:31 to go. Boy, you could just feel things like this. 2 big plays in a row, Merv. Incredible.
Big plays, kicking game, the home run, obviously the sacks. Little things lead up to that. If Josh could have made a better throw to Savage on first down, none of this would have happened, Bob. We'd have been in a whole different climate.
Newman scores the touchdown. He picked the ball up, I think, at about the 13-yard line, in that area, at any rate, and ran it in for the TD for K-State. Ream will try the extra point. It's 38-30 at this moment. Ream waiting as the holder is the kicker. Rensick, the ball is down, and the kick is good. So we have a timeout. It's 10:31 to go, fourth period, 38-31. Sooners lead K-State, and the momentum has shifted to K-State. We'll be back after this. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. Timing is everything. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Call 1-800-221-7423. What do you think, Merv?
Well, this is an opportunity for the Sooners to see where they're at and what they got. They got their back to the wall here right now. The momentum on the roads in favor of a very, very good football team right now. We'll see how they respond. See if they've grown up and can handle it.
Kickoff sails out of the end zone as Savage watches it go over his head. That's almost good news because the Sooners get it out to the 20, and rather than maybe running it out in some sort of a hit and a fumble. But now maybe they can operate a bit from their own 20 and eat up some time off that clock and maybe even put some points on the board. But they've got to do something with the offense. They've just done nothing the last 2 possessions, 3 and out both times. And you get the feeling if that happened here, then you really would be in trouble.
Well, they've gotten conservative, obviously, with a big lead and trying to run the clock a little bit. And they're running plays that are kind of wasted calls at times. Hit some things and get some first downs here.
Quentin Griffin and Seth Luttrell to either side of him as Heupel's in the shotgun. The blitz is on. Quick pass caught by Fagan at the 25 up to the 30, and I believe has the first down at about the 30 or 31. The middle appeared to be open, and Fagan needs to be replaced. He fell on the ball. I think maybe knocked the wind out of him, or he's holding his left shoulder a little bit strangely, but he's replaced in there by Savage. It was a 10-yard pickup and a first down. That's the 18th first down for Oklahoma territory, so that's making something happen on first down. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go, fourth period. Woolfolk and Savage are both left. Tight end on the right side is Anderson. Here's Heupel. The blitz is on. They pick up the blitz. Here's a long pass upfield to Savage. Caught and out of bounds into the center bench at the 46-yard line. He beat Demetrius Butler, the cornerback on the right side there, and a perfect pass by Josh Heupel. 16 yards picked up, and the Sooners have it at their own 46.
Give Seth Luttrell 2 pluses on that play, Bob, for his pickup on the blitz. Big play.
Ryan Stolte has the glasses over there. We'll check with Mark Matthew in a moment. The ball is at the 46 in Oklahoma's territory with their 19th first down. First and 10 after the 16-yard pass to Savage. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Man in motion is Savage. The handoff goes to Norman, that is, coming from left to right, downfield into Kansas State territory. First down marker at the 44. And a good spot by the official, and the Sooners may have another first down on that end around that has worked so well the last couple of weeks. Josh Norman it was, and followed Trent Smith's blocking. So the play ended right in front of the K-State bench. The line of scrimmage was the 46, needed to go to the 44 in K-State territory, and it appears he has the first down, but they're calling for the chain to be brought in from the far side, so we'll check that out. Spice up your life. Try Sonic's new spicy chicken strip dinner with a fiery flavor you'll love, or try Sonic's classic flavor. Both served with fries, Texas toast, onion rings, and medium drink for just $3.99. Sonic, America's drive-in. Chain brought in, and they'll place it down on the west side. It is easily first down, I believe. Yes, for Oklahoma. Sooners up by only 7 after once being up by 21. 9:52 to go in the fourth period. Ball is actually downfield from the 44. Seth Luttrell did a great job blocking there. Replaces Norman in the Sooner lineup. Josh Heupel calling signals. Savage and Woolfolk go left. Trent Smith tight end right. Luttrell and Quentin Griffin either side of Heupel from the K-State 44-yard line. Man in motion from left across the formation. Here's the center. The blitz is on. Quick pass, caught at the 40 by Savage. Gets away from one man. Dives down to about the 37-yard line. Brought down from behind by Monty Beisel, the defensive left end. We might mention these two defensive ends, Chris Johnson and Beisel, are pretty tough, Merv.
Oh, they are
good athletes.
Their entire assembly of defensive players is impressive to me, Bob. I think that maybe for the first time in the last couple of years, they're not quite as outstanding at linebacker, but everywhere else, Bob, they're as good as they've been. They're down linemen, they're secondary.
6th reception for Savage for 116 and a touchdown. 116 yards and a touchdown. So Savage having a great day. 2nd down and 3 for Oklahoma. Heupel's over 300 yards. 321. 23 of 29. 12th time in his career has been over 300 yards. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left, offset, I formation. Here's the pitch sweep. Ronaldo works one of passes, throws downfield for Savage, and it's intercepted by K-State. Oh, me. Savage left the field of play and tried to come back on the field of play. May have gotten held up. K-State picks it off at the 11-yard line. And with 8:59 to go, Kansas State has the football. It's John McGraw. The interception on Works pass. It's the first time this year he's thrown one. And so K-State gets the interception, and the Sooners turn it over for the first time today. And K-State with the ball thrown 11-yard line on a blocked punt. John McGraw picked off the pass. We'll pick up his statistics for you. McGraw's 3rd of the year, and he's the 2nd leading interceptor. Here is I formation from the 11-yard line. Hand off to Allen, finds the daylight. Thatcher has him. He's back in there and tackles him at the 14. This is the 5th possession for Kansas State. So a gain of 3 from the 11 to the K-State 14-yard line. 8:44 to go. A long time left in this game, and now there's Lockett in the game replacing Brandon Clark at wide receiver. Aaron Lockett wide right, I formation. Here's Beasley racing up, quick 3-step drop pass, incomplete. Intended for Morgan right through his hands. Michael Thompson defending on the play, and it's 3rd and 7 from the K-State 14. That stops the clock. That's the bad news.
Yeah, this is a big down. If the Sooners don't get out of this jam, Bob, they're going to really second-guess that play. 2nd and short, 2nd and 3 while ago with it to cause the interception. Let's hope that defense can hang tough right here. This is a big play.
Martez Wesley from Kansas City, Kansas. 2 of 11 on 3rd down conversions. 1 wide receiver right, 2 to the left. Under center is Jonathan Beasley. Beasley drops back to pass. He looks. He's still looking. Screen pass. Caught by Wesley. And he's caught by Roy Williams way short of the first down. And look at the number 53 was way downfield, a lineman, but no flag.
That's a wide receiver screen, Bob. They can do that.
They can do that, okay.
Yeah, he never got downfield.
I'll settle down. Only a 3-yard pickup, and it's a 4th down play for K-State from their own 17. Travis Brown in to punt the ball, and Thatcher is back to receive. Although the Sooners held 3 and out on that series, and that's big at this point. Snap a bit high, but the kicker gets it and booms it. Thatcher waits for it at the 38. 45-yard punt goes to the 40. Gets the 45-yard line in Sooner territory. Oklahoma huddling around their offensive coaches. K-State on defense on the field. And it's still nervous time, Coach, but that was a big stand defensively.
Big stand. Big stand to get them the ball back here. A couple of first downs right now would just be marvelous. Anything more than that would be even better.
But, by the way, would be beneficial.
Yeah. And I think, Bob, their only chance is to do what they did that last possession, is drop Josh back, and it seems that they can hit passes in the middle of this defense.
Fagan is back in there with his hand wrapped up. 3 wide receivers right and 1 to the left. That's Woolfolk. Shotgun formation from the Oklahoma 45. 1st and 10, leading 38-31, 7:37 to go. Griffin is to the left of Josh Heupel. Heupel back to pass, shovel pass, is caught behind the line. Griffin gets nowhere, loses yardage. Tackle by Chris Johnson, that defensive end, and Milton Proctor helped out. Kansas State smell that one out, and the loss goes from the 45 back to the 44 in Oklahoma territory. So let's see, we have somebody must be shaken up on the Howard Duncan, I believe, of the Sooners, is shaken up. He is transferred from Butler, Kansas Community College. He'll be helped off the field. Frank Romero at left tackle, Howard Duncan left guard. Mike Skinner and Scott Kempenick have played every down in this ball game.
Josh Smith's in for him.
Josh Smith is in place of him. 11, actually almost 12, really. Shotgun formation, 7:18 to go, 4th period. Blitz, I mean, it's a full blitz. Everybody's coming. Here's a pass, and it's caught by Fagan as he catches it out of bounds. He was out of bounds. Okay, he was out of bounds. Very, very close. Looked as though he might have had 1 foot in, but the official was right there on it, and that was a good call.
Game of inches, isn't it, Bob?
It certainly is. So it's a 3rd down play in 11 from the 44. Howard Duncan's back in the game after 1 play. Boy, that's a big play here, Merv.
It really is. It is so big.
Woolfolk and Josh Norman left. Fagan wide right. Luttrell in the backfield, and Heupel from the shotgun. Here they come, the blitz. Heupel rolls left. He throws a pass. It's caught for a first down at the 40 by Josh Norman, who made a sensational catch. He drags a man with him to the 34-yard line. How many big catches has that guy made? Tyrone Tyler got a free ride of about 3 yards after Josh Norman just stepped in front of him and wouldn't be denied and made the catch. A 22-yard pickup and a first down.
You know, got the big body. That helps the receiver. He can kind of get up in the air between the defensive back and the ball, and there's not much the defender can do.
So the ball is at the 34-yard line in Kansas State territory, the 21st first down. And the Sooners on the move, 6:45 to go in the 4th period. Josh Heupel may be changing the plays in the shotgun. K-State blitzing. They're coming in. Here's a pass. It's knocked down. That knocked down by Terry Pierce, who's 6'3", 250. That'll bring up 2nd down 10 for Oklahoma at the Kansas State 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Fagan. Well, that's a great catch by Josh Norman. Can't talk about it too much.
Well, it really was, especially for 3rd and forever. It's just huge 3rd down play.
Polk wide to the left side. Coming wide to the right is Fagan. And Trent Smith also wide right. Under center this time is Heupel from the 34 in Kansas State territory. Now Heupel will change the play and back up into the shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap from center. He gets the snap. He looks to pass, throws down the middle, caught by Fagan at the 27. He cuts at the 22, a great cut, to the 20, far side of the 15, and out of bounds inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Dashad Carter finally got him out. What a great move he put on, and a nice catch and run, perfect throw. That's a slant across the middle. It seems to be working best. Merv, you pointed out a minute ago, the Sooners seem to be able to hit the passes across the middle.
Well, it's kind of like Deion Sanders in the Pro League. If you can get an inside edge on him, it's hard to cover a guy all the way off the field. And as good as their corners are, they're still a little bit vulnerable to that type of pass if you got protection. Let's give those Hogs some credit, Bob.
22-yard pickup ball. It's a 12-yard line. Heupel on the blitz. Quick pass is caught in the middle. Unbelievable catch by Savage and all kinds of traffic. And he got a yard, I think, if that. But they keep the clock going. That's the important thing. 6:14 to go. Wow, that was a blitz by the free safety again. John McGraw, who hit Josh Heupel.
Thought it, not them. That ball was thrown into a lot of people, Bob.
That sure was. A gain of 1 from the 12 to the 11 in K-State territory. 3 wide receivers left and 1 to the right. Latrell to the right of Heupel. The blitz, the pass, the caught by Norman at the 6, puts the head down and dives for what he hoped would be a first down. Let's see where the spot is. I believe at the 3 of a yard shy. Oh, back at the 6 is where they're going to mark it. Said he stepped out there, so that's a 5-yard pickup. Brings up a 3rd and 4 for the first down, 6 for the touchdown, and the clock stopped at the 5:44 mark. Now here's Anderson in at tight end replacing Josh Norman. For K-State, they send in a couple of substitutes. Almost run into each other, replacing the Sooners. Now will have a Anderson and Trent Smith double tight end on the right, but they're calling a timeout. 5:44 to go in the 4th period. Let's take a break. Oklahoma leads at 38-31.
Out route to Norman has been effective every time they've run it. Now, he's not in the game. That's so it's obviously, I would think there'd be something to go to Savage. I think it'll have to be a pass, and I would think somehow they'll get Savage involved. It might be Trent Smith on an out route out of this tight slot formation.
All right, double tight end on the right. Savage is in motion toward the formation. Now we have 3 guys bunched up to the right. Heupel's back to pass. He looks, he throws. It's caught at the 1 and not in, but it is a first down, I believe. They got a good block. Trent Smith made the catch inside the 1. Boy, he threaded the needle, Heupel did. And Trent Smith, who's a tall youngster at 6'5", made the catch. It's at the 1, and it's 1st and goal.
They hit that same pass, a little different pattern, but same pass. You remember when we said maybe Anderson is open in front of the goalpost, and they hit Fagan or somebody down to the 1-foot line earlier.
Yard line in Kansas State territory, leading by a score of 38-31, and the play clock is down to 10 as they break the huddle. Heupel using up all the time possible. Heupel will try to get it in, but I don't believe he does, as he tried to lean over his center, Bubba Bertram, but just nothing there. But the burn clock off here is good. It's 5:08, 5:07 to go. The clock's still running, and they're unpiling. Heupel will stay in the huddle or not call the play till he has to, as far as centering the ball, because you want to eat as much time as possible. Matt Anderson from the Sooners.
You sure don't want to do anything that might create a loss, even if the sneak wasn't good. It might be worse plays to call here. You don't want to take a loss right here.
All right, it's 2 wide receivers left and 1 to the right. Split backs behind quarterback Heupel from the K-State 1. K-State. Griffin, right side, puts the head down, just nothing there. Push him back. I don't know what the forward progress will be. That eats up some more time, however. Pierce on the tackle, as well as several friends. Let's see where they mark that ball.
Lost a little bit, Bob.
That's where it is. Lost him a yard. 3rd down goal to go. And timeouts remaining. Both have 2 left. Anderson checks in, replacing Latrell. Play clock at 14. Heupel waiting till it runs down. Now it's under 4 minutes to go as we, not the play clock, but the game clock. All right, goal to go from the 2. Heupel under center. Double slot right. Heupel, option play. Pitches to Griffin. They were waiting for that. They called that against Texas, and John McGraw knocked Griffin down for a loss. And it'll be field goal time for Oklahoma. And it will put the ball to an angle to the left. But it was worth a try, and you don't necessarily want to throw the ball at that point, Merv, I would think, because You risk an interception, the ball being tipped and batted around. This way you got a chance for the field goal from the 12 or from the 7-yard line where the line of scrimmage is. All right, Merv Johnson, the game may be right here.
Very definitely. A field goal or no field goal like here is going to be critical. You just look back at 1st and goal at the 1, Bob. Somehow you got to get it in there. I just, the chance to put the game away, basically, you've got to get it in there. I know we're going against a tough defense, but that's very disappointing right now.
Well, Tim Duncan has done a great job, and let's speculate about how far this will be. Usually guess, so he's 3 of 4 from that distance, and 6 of 11 overall. The angle is to the left. Patrick Fletcher will hold the ball, and let's see if it is 24 indeed. It's at the 14, yes, 24-yarder. Ben Painter is the center, deep snapper, at the south end zone. Sooners trying to add 3. Snap, ball down, kick in the air, looks plenty good, and it is good. He knocked it through. A pressure field goal for Tim Duncan. And we will keep it right here as the Sooners have upped their lead to 10 points, 41-31. And with 3:27 to go, the Sooners can breathe a little bit easier at this point, Merv.
You bet. Those are big points. I'm glad to see Tim do that, too. He hadn't had a great year kicking field goals, and that's the biggest one he's attempted all year, and he stepped up there and nailed it, and I think that's going to help the Sooners the rest of the way.
Well, how about that drive, though, Merv, from the Oklahoma 45, 3 first downs. Great catch by Josh Norman, 22-yard pass to Fagan. I mean, Sooners put on a great drive to get it in the field goal position.
And again, to repeat myself, good players make big plays when called on, and certainly we've seen Savage do it today, and Norman do it today, and Fagan and Heupel. Quentin has done it, and that's so good to see of this young football team, to see players stepping up and making plays.
All righty, this will be K-State's 6th possession when the Sooners kick off. It certainly isn't over yet with 3:27 to go, even though Oklahoma now leads by 10, and they have to score twice. 11-play drive.
This is a huge play here, Bob. What happened
48
here
yards
is so critical to the outcome of this game.
Here comes the kickoff. And following that field goal, and he booms it downfield. Great kickoff. Goes clear out of the end zone. Boy, that was a great kickoff by Tim Duncan. So he knocked through the field goal and then hit a great kickoff right there. No run back
if the Sooners win this game, I'm going to vote for Bob to give him a game ball.
Right.
He's had some great kickoffs today, and that field goal was as tough a one as he'll ever have to kick, probably from the pressure standpoint.
Absolutely. 41-31 the score, 3:23 left, and Kansas State almost forced into a situation of throwing the ball, wouldn't you think, Merv?
I think the Sooners are going to have to think about a little blitz stuff. I don't think they can just sit back and defend. I don't believe it's in their style. Coach Kalmus and Marshall are up there.
All right, Jonathan Beasley has his team in a shotgun. 1st and 10 from the Kansas State 20. Scobie is tailback. Jonathan Beasley backs up. Roy Williams is rushing in, but wait a moment, they have a whistle. Well, he was heading right for Beasley. I think illegal motion. Or was it delay of the game?
Sooners got unlucky on that. That would have been a sack.
Delay of game. Kansas State, 5 yards. Still first down.
8th penalty for 67 yards on K-State. Moves it back to the 15. Be 1st and 15 from their own 15. And you got to figure, Coach, that's almost an unforgivable penalty for Kansas State just from the Sooners love it, and of course we do as well. But boy, to have a delay of the game penalty when you're trying to score 2 touchdowns with 3:20 to go is
that's exactly right, and that's after a kickoff return too, where the clock is stopped. You've got plenty of time to get your bearings out there. Again, you've got these quarterbacks, these 2 seniors changing plays so much that sometimes it can catch up with them.
No adjustment will be made.
The clock is as it should be. I think K-State wanted more time put on the clock. Good luck, and it's at the 15-yard line because no time ran off. Delay the game. All right, we have a shotgun from the 15. Jonathan Beasley fakes the handoff. He's back to pass. He has all day. He has a man. Long pass downfield. Double coverage, way overthrown. Quincy Morgan was the intended receiver. Brandon Everidge and Michael Thompson double-teamed him, and there was never a chance for that one. And it is 2nd down and 15 from the K-State 15.
a chance. We saw earlier what he can do, and you've got to give him a chance to go take it away from somebody. Somebody might say that's kind of a wasted shot, but it's really not with a talent like him.
That was 70 yards in the air, looked like, from Beasley that time.
He's just getting warmed up, too.
Shotgun formation, 2nd down 15 from the 15 for K-State Sooners with a 3-man rush. There is a Scobie with the ball, and it took a direct snap, a la single wing, and he had about 7 yards. Mendo had about 12 yards picked up, needed 15, got to the 27. So that'll bring up a 3rd down play and 3. Right, the clock continues to run. It's under 3 minutes, no huddle. Need to go from the 27 to the 30. There is Beasley throwing a pass. It's juggled and dropped by Quincy Morgan at the 34-yard line. It'll be 4th down for K-State from their own 27. He was there, the ball was there, and it was a little bit behind him, but he should have caught that from K-State's perspective, and it was dropped.
He's so good with the ball under his arm that he was, he was gathering forces to take off with it, and he just didn't have it tough.
So it is a 4th down play that they, of course, have got to go for in the area of their own 28, actually closer to that than the 27. Shotgun formation. Jonathan Beasley's going to run with it. He's hit. He's stopped short, and the Sooners can get the ball. Turnover right there, and not a turnover, but on downs. Corey Callens on the stop at the 29, and that's a curious call on a 3rd down play, but Jonathan Beasley has so much talent. He thought he could get a couple of yards. He did not, and the Sooners doing a bit of celebrating among themselves. Not enough to cause a penalty, believe me. They need to get off the field over there. And the ball is at the 29 K-State territory. Oklahoma has a chance to wrap it up here with 2:46 to go.
That 5-yard delay of the game penalty came back big, didn't it, Bob?
It did, and it's as we said before, I shouldn't say this next statement. I admit that before I say it, but everybody raves about Bill Snyder. Has done an outstanding job with the staff that time. Somebody messed up on that.
Again, they're giving the young man a chance to, an opportunity to audible to certain plays and things like this, and he just lost track of the clock.
Okay, the Sooners have Heupel under center from the 29. Heupel turns, gives it to Griffin. Griffin cuts down to the 25 to the 24-yard line. Beisel, the defensive left end, on the stop. And that's a pickup of about 5 from the 29 to the Kansas State 24. And that runs the clock with 2.5 minutes right now to go. How about this, Merv? A game for the Sooners.
Well, I made the statement there when after Kansas State had scored and pulled within 7 that we'd find out a lot about this Sooner football team in the ensuing drive, and they took it all the way down to the 1-yard line, made some big plays, had some, really important plays happen for them.
Josh Heupel looks over the defense. Bubba Bertram, the center. Split backs behind him from the 24, turns and gives it to Quentin Griffin. Same play, this time will lose yardage as he's tackled by Fadafehi, who is we keep saying every time he makes a tackle, he's played as a teammate of Josh Heupel in junior college. Timeout is taken.
Claim to fame, Bob.
Right. Kansas State stops the clock. The ball is back at the 27-yard line for loss of 3. So they're out of timeouts. That was their last one. And it's 1:57 to go, and the Sooners, through this treacherous October schedule, appear to going to be 2-0 as they now have Nebraska in 2 weeks from today. Wow, how about this? Beating Texas last week as they did, and within 1:57 of winning one here, Merv, is just really something, I tell you.
It really is. To come up here and play a very good football team, extremely talented on their home turf, hostile crowd, coming off of a big win. We've all worried, I think, about would there be a letdown. And then, as I pointed out earlier, Bob, score 6 out of 7 possessions offensively.
Somebody threw an orange on the field. You can trust that wasn't the K-State fan, I don't think. Well, this does thrust the Sooners really into that championship picture.
It sure does. We've got certainly some tough games ahead, but we've got a couple of tough ones behind us that we thought. The Sooners ought to be really jacked up to play Nebraska in 2 weeks, Bob.
You would think so. 7 in Kansas State territory. Heupel hands the ball off. Griffin is tackled for a loss back at the 35-yard line, but that keeps the clock running, and K-State cannot stop it. So you turn the ball over on downs coming up probably, but maybe try another field goal here. Let's see. Tim Duncan is checked in, so maybe from the 33-yard lines where the ball is.
That's Bob. I'm a little surprised at this.
So it's going to be a close to a 50-yard field goal attempt. It's in between the 39 and 40. And Patrick Fletcher is holding. Snap, ball's down. It's a fake. Patrick Fletcher keep the ball, and they were suspecting that and tackle him at the 40. So the clock at 1:15 to go, and we turn the ball over. Oklahoma does on downs. K-State has possession with 1:15, and Sooners leading by 10 points, 41-31. And the play ended at the 38-yard line, so a loss of 5 on that play. But the Sooners appear to be in good shape, barring a miracle, which has happened. That's why they call them miracles. So let's see what develops here. 38-yard line in Kansas State territory. First down and 10 yards to go. Jonathan Beasley in the shotgun. 3-man rush for Oklahoma. Beasley rolls out to his left. He looks to pass. He throws a pass downfield. It is caught and out of bounds to stop the clock by Martez Wesley at the Oklahoma 39-yard line.
That was a gain of 23. Back to passes. Jonathan Beasley rolls to his right, looks to pass, still looking. He's past the line of scrimmage, and he goes out of bounds after a pickup of about 3. The ball at the Oklahoma 35 with 1:02 to go. 3 wide receivers to the left. Tight end on the right is Shad Meyer. From the shotgun, Jonathan Beasley gets the snap. Ante Jones tries to get to him. Beasley is hit just as he throws. A man is open, and it's tipped away and incomplete by Derek Strait. Great play by Derek Strait. Boy, that ball was there. Martez Wesley was there. 3rd down play from the 35 in Sooner territory. 2 of 13 on 3rd down conversions. 55 seconds to go in the 4th period. Back to passes. Beasley throws a pass. It's dropped. Too high for Morgan. For Quincy Morgan, who stands in there at 6'2", but needed to be about 6'6" to get that one. 4th down play from the Oklahoma 35. Need to go to the 29. The direct snap. Here's a quick pass. Caught screen. Inside screen. That's Lockett, and he's tackled right at the 1st down marker. They give him the 1st down at the 28. Now they start the clock. There's direct snap to Jonathan Beasley. He's back to pass. A little short screen pass is caught by Allen to 30, 25-20, and knocked down by Torrance Marshall in the area of the 14-yard line. 13 yards picked up on the pass. These, of course, killing time. Here's Jonathan Beasley rolling to his left, throws a pass, overthrown, intended for Wesley Morgan at the 2. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Jonathan Beasley may be changing the play from the Oklahoma 15. There's the snap. Beasley rolling to his left. Looking, turns back to his right, throws a pass, underthrown and incomplete.
Quincy Morgan, the intended receiver. 21 seconds left. Derek Strait won the coverage. Pretty good throw, but they couldn't hold on to it. Great defense. Boy, Strait's impressed me with his defensive play. 10 yards to go. 3 wide receivers left. 3-man rush for the Sooners. Beasley back to pass. He looks to his right, throws a pass, caught by a tight end, and he's nailed for a long loss by guess who? Derek Strait. The pass was complete to Shad Meyer. Now 8 seconds. That's going to be the last play of the game right there. They won't get another play off, I don't imagine. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and there it is, folks. The Sooners have beaten K-State. Well, they're going to let him play. Here's the Hail Mary to end the ball game as the Ante Jones, they jump for it, and Ante Jones has the ball and the interception to end the game. So an INT goes to the books for Ante Jones. The Sooners are perfect as they are 6-0, and they break Kansas State's 25-game home winning streak as they beat Bill Snyder's K-State Wildcats by a score of 41-31. Just a tremendous effort all the way around, and great celebration by the Sooner fans who pour on the field here, and there were several of them. That's our final score. Oklahoma 41, Kansas State 31.